Discretion is advised.
I think I got it, question mark. Not new today, but seem to not know where anything is on Bertha. Guys, happy Thursday. You're listening and or watching Phonecast. This is episode 220. We are in patch 8.0. Blah, 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 blah. Today, we're going to be talking about the new patch that was announced that I've been waiting for. Because, cool Tyrants. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of things to celebrate, some stuff to complain about, some stuff to ramble about, some stuff to drink about. I'm not really sure, but we do have a lot going on. Look at that, guys. Rem even did his hair, because 5 seconds ago, his hair did not look like that. So he ran to the bathroom and did his hair all nice like... I think we should start doing that. So let's set the example here, and I'm going to start doing my hair like Rem every week. But we have that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
You have crossed into the world of the dead in search of answers.
Amongst the Azeroth elite, there are those who defy convention, the proud who laugh in the face of trolls and never flinch, the few who strive on unity, trust, and unwavering resolve, they who eat tacos. For the players, by the players, we bring you. She can start a revolt with a chaos bolt. Bell, the Phonecast Vanguard. Through light and darkness, he commands the void. Remedies, the sage lore master. We bow to no one. We are Legion. We are Phonecast.
Hello, people of podcast land. This is Winstallin speaking, and Winstead from the Technically PvP podcast. And you are listening to the Phonecast podcast.
We are here. I don't know why Rem's camera's fuzzy. Is it just me?
You're fuzzy.
Probably, but I feel like your camera's quite
But I mean,
fuzzy.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
I don't know that that's to be truly factual. I feel like I was going to say another sentence there. And
he looks clean today.
The internet machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I do appreciate that he does look clean-shaven today, honestly, because...
Well, I look like shit.
Usually he looks like a dirty hobo, because he's like in this thing where he's trying to be more manly, so...
I have to shave for work. What do you
he's the cleanest one in our group.
Please don't make me go find clips of all your unkempt...
I'm not saying every day I do.
All the unkempt episodes where you, like...
Some days I switch off days.
Well...
When I don't have a meeting, that's also when I slack
just on one of those days.
Some days I... You know...
I mean, I'm jealous of your stash, though.
Listen, I've been working hard on this bad boy right here. Like, you're really just jealous because I can grow one and you can't. Real talk, though, I'm Italian, so I'm probably going to have a mustache because I'm pretty sure my mom has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh, especially when you hit that menopause? Yeah.
I'm, like, quite certain I'm already in menopause. To hear my brother tell it, I'm in the middle of a midlife crisis, so those things are fluid. Guys, welcome back if you're new to Phonecast. My name is Belle. With me are my two co-hosts, to my left, I suppose. Is it my left?
Stage left or stage right?
I don't know.
Because this is a stage, Bell.
Remedy's the class challenged. What?
Because you won't let me be a hunter.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, guys, because I do have a little bit of a GM/raid lead rant that I want to know if other GM/raid leaders feel this pain. And we also have, to my right, your left, your right. I'm not really sure how directions work or gravity. We do have Murky the what? The Ligma what?
Lick my balls.
These guys are immature. I just want you guys to know. I planned on having a professional episode because... Hold on, I gotta turn the air up because it's freaking hot balls in this situation. I was trying to be professional.
We fucking ruined it right there.
So here we are.
You.
Yeah, I know I'm old, Mr. Angelo.
I'm sorry, I'm a child.
I don't know if you were attempting to troll or insult me, but didn't hurt my feelings because it's true. I'm not as old as some aging on the internet that don't realize they're aging on the internet, but that's okay, guys. You know, I don't need anyone to make me feel relevant because my children make me feel irrelevant every day. Just kidding. I have great children. I'm joking. What does this mean?
So what you do is, do you have ligma? And they go, what is ligma? Ligma balls. It's kind of like do you like dragons? Dragging my balls across your...
You guys are embarrassing in public. The only way I can handle being with these two in public is if I am 3 sheets to the wind. Okay, maybe 1 sheet. I don't really know what.
Don't show the label. We can't be in a door.
Yeah, we can't.
I didn't show the label. Let's show the max
We
size.
can't do that because we would get arrested. Guys, I'm trying to ungrumpy, FYI. I think all 3 of us are a fair amount of grumpy, but I was dealing with some...
Do you have ligma?
No, dealing with pre-wedding fuckery from the... Before we move on to World of Warcraft stuff, I want to tell you guys that I am a minister officially as of July. So if any of you are looking to book any, wedding officiation, I don't even know if I said it right, services, hey guys, I'm a professional. Hire me. I'll work for
Are you going to officiate all the weddings?
Can we hire you at BlizzCon?
I forgot to bring my stole because I got a stole.
That would have been funny.
My robe will be here tomorrow. I got a robe and a stole. And I sent Rem a picture. He wasn't very excited about my stole, though.
Well, I said this is wrong in so many ways because...
He's not wrong about that, though. It's pretty jacked up that I'm even going to be, But I had to get it through, like, the Universal Life Church or whatever because, regular churches ain't going to let me do shit. I don't even know if I could walk into a church, if I'm being honest. So I do have, I wanted to show...
I walked into your church one day, like the other day for a service, and I felt kind of tingly. I almost felt like I was burning up. I don't know what was up with that, though.
Well, I just realized it shows my real name, but it's not like it's a secret at this point. Some of you have... Never mind, I'm not going to say that out loud.
Does it show your basic middle name?
Yeah, well, it doesn't show my middle name, but it's backwards because my camera's reversed. But I am officially, official. And I got these little credential things here. So, like, bam! I got, like, this, so
my credentials?
I could, like, pretend to be FBI. And then I got this really cool clergy badge, so I could, like... I don't know where this gets me, but I'm going to find out because I feel like...
You want to see my credentials?
What is that? Oh, see? I have that too! I also have the Total Wine card. Not because I drink a lot.
I heard Total Wine is better, by the way, guys. I'm going to try that out someday. One of these days.
I think I just got like $100 gift card for Total Wine today, actually.
So I wanted to use the new intro, guys, but it's been a really rough week, and Winstead, who is also aka Winstalin, aka one of the hosts for Technically PvP, he
AKA
redid...
an electrician, by the way.
Yes, he redid the intro, and it's so good. Murky's is so good. He's going to be so happy. Now, I have not let either one of them hear it because I wanted them to be surprised, but it's so good. I just
It has nothing to do with surprise. She doesn't want...
I just need to put it together, and then I need to add Murky's little animation and all that to the beginning and make that look nice. I haven't found an artist to redraw the cartoons because the artist who did mine and Rem's is
MIA.
Somebody like every time I get a good artist, they have like life, and they're like, oh, I don't do that anymore. Well, why? So if you're an artist,
we're getting lives.
Stop putting people into retirement, Belle. God.
If you guys, if anybody is an artist, and not, I don't mean like, I can draw with crayon because I can draw with crayon, but I do need to have Merc stuff.
Can I send in my petition?
Yeah, I can.
Well, I heard you like petitions, so I did put up a petition about your petition to petition.
This joke was horrible.
It was a terrible joke. It was a terrible joke. It was just awful. I want to tell you guys about what's happening for the Tuesday reset, which is the 25th. Obviously, Brewfest, we talked about that a little bit last week. That's going on. Trinkets were hot fixed, right?
Yes, so trinkets dropped at a 287 item level, and now they're 335 today to compete with dungeons and world quests.
Here's my application.
You are in. I'm giving you all
Am I the baby?
I'm giving you all the artwork. You're our new something.
My lines are straight as an arrow, guys. Okay.
Did you draw me tiny because that was a short joke? Because you're a dick.
I don't really know that any of my lines are straight.
Well, it's more of your. It was, and then you're like in the middle, but standing behind. Like you have to have that shadow effect. You know. I don't know what I'm not an artist, guys. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm creative, but I'm not artistic. No.
I'm autistic.
Yeah, you are. You are. That's for sure. The Harvest Festival also ends on the 25th. Time Walking Dungeons begin for Kata on Tuesday.
I actually like those. So.
Why? No, they're the worst batch.
Well, I was in that first patch of Kata Dungeons, and I liked the challenge.
Spoiler alert, I don't actually like Time Walking.
Because you weren't there for any of them except for Mist.
I think even if I was, I don't want to go backwards in time. It's nice to go and visit, but I don't want to pull up a chair and hang out.
Back to the Future? Who are you?
Isn't it just... Oh, sorry.
Even now when I think of Back to the Future, my brain just can't process that. And Terminator, I really cannot process how that math works, and I need somebody to explain it to me.
What do you mean? There's no math. He said he's going to be back.
You're right. And then he was back. Even when he was very old, he was back because he can sleep with his maid, and everybody will still love him even when he sleeps with his maid. That's okay to sleep with your maid. That's what this country has taught us, that it is okay to sleep with your maid, your babysitter, your nanny, even your fucking au pair. I don't even know what an au pair is, but I know it's fancy for nanny.
Is it like a great-grandparent? Because, like, Opa is...
Oh, God.
You just made this so gross.
You really made it really weird. But, like, it's acceptable in this day and age to do that. So we love you no matter who you sleep with.
I mean, if you have enough money, anything's okay, really.
It's true. You can always buy your way out of whatever it is.
Good thing I'm broke.
I know, like, I don't know what any of that means, because if I say something on the internet, I'm held accountable, or if I do a thing, I'm held accountable, but nobody else is if you have money.
Keep your nose clean, sport.
I got you $1. Is that... do the Time Walking Dungeons anyway, though. Just because that one person doesn't like them doesn't mean...
Well, you get the chest, so...
I don't need the chest. There's nothing in there it provides for me. What's in that chest?
I thought it was just like a leveling experience for people to do.
Yeah, sell me on what's in this chest that isn't something I can get out of
raid. It was like raid level gear in the chest. It's like the dungeon event. I'm
maybe
pretty
normal.
sure.
I thought it was heroic item level, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's heroic level gear. Oh, God,
I never got higher item level gear doing it on Bell last expansion, and...
Well, it's because at that time we were actually pretty higher on the tier at that point.
I think it's kind of obsolete.
At the very first, it's heroic, I'm pretty sure.
Old Deer Raid Finder Wing 2 will be out. So all you LFR heroes, guys, now's the time, because your faction is calling you to go and do the things, which is exciting, to say the least.
Well, it's normal, but it's still good, because by the itemization.
Itemization.
What is that at this expansion?
It's not getting haste, I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all the gear I acquired...
I've gotten down 4% in haste.
All the gear I acquired in raid thus far has been no haste. It doesn't live in any plane of existence ever, which is okay, guys. We're gonna be.
Well, because the last half of the raid is.
We're gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna be all right though. We're gonna make it in this haste-free life, and then when we do get haste, then
it's gone. Whoa.
Oh my God, Siri.
Wow.
If it isn't...
Cut.
If it isn't Alexa, it's Siri. I don't...
Yeah, yeah. It's weird.
One or the other is just wrecking my life.
I just needed my Alexa just in case.
It's all the women in my life, and I don't really have any because women, but like even the ones that are AI are, I can't get them to comply. Island expeditions, there were some hot fixes. There was 2 separate ones actually. One is the bonus experience reward for completing a normal island expedition has been increased, which is pretty great. What is funny? Please accept. Oh God, I'm scared to even look at this entry here. We're gonna.
Oh boy.
You are hired. You got it. That is just.
I can't even compete with that.
I'm actually going to use this as the call out for.
Is that Rem's Bart?
Wait, is it? It better be because. Oh my.
Well, look, that character doesn't look comfortable, so that's got to be Rem.
And he's not smiling. Definitely Rem.
I'm not gonna lie. I am. My butt's
Oh dang! It's you.
Oh, I should have a smiley face.
Probably an accurate depiction though. So
I guess if I make Snapchat butt pics, like then
XP rewards, island expeditions from normal has been increased. Substantially increased the drop rates for various bonus rewards like your transmogs, your pets, quest starters, mounts, items, stringy eyeballs, whatever. That has been hot fixed as well. So go, do island expedition things, and you really should be doing it every week. And I'm trying to remember. I didn't do any this week, I don't think. Guys, what day is it?
Today is Thursday. The something.
Why does it feel like it's been a year since yesterday? Am I the only one that literally this week is dragging as slow as it possibly can?
Yesterday was dragging point. Now that I realized it was Thursday after my shit show, then I was like, okay. But tomorrow's gonna be just as bad, so we'll see.
There's been a lot of adjustments made to Azurite traits, and there's a lot, so I'm not even going to go over them, but they're just being tuned. So make sure you're actively looking at these hot fixes, especially when it comes to your traits, because if you're picking, if so-and-so told you you should be using this trait as this class role, whatever, and then it gets buffed, nerfed, or adjusted.
Yeah, so as a note, piggybacking off that, I disenchanted like 3 pieces of Azurite armor, and with discipline, for instance, the traits are hard to pinpoint because you can't go straight off damage. And 3 pieces of armor that I deleted were actually now like mid to top tier in terms of usefulness. So don't delete Azurite armor. If it's like a low item level, get rid of it. But otherwise, hold on to it.
All I know is Hunter's Blast sucks now.
They're giving it out like candy, so that I think you'll be fine to get a replacement. Like, I literally have, like, 8 of each one.
No.
Yeah, I do.
It doesn't work like that.
It does work like that.
No, it doesn't.
Out of all of those 8, I'm sure the one I wanted is in there somewhere. And you're a tryhard, so God knows you probably have double what I got. No?
Like double the Hydra cores?
Fun.
Well, it's funny that you mention the Hydra cores because they now have a chance to drop out of the final boss of a BFA dungeon in heroic difficulty, which is nice. Because I'm going to do a little bit of ranting. Now, I've appreciated the stuff that's happened with the professions, this expansion. It doesn't feel like all this massive work for nothing. There wasn't a ton of wasted crafted stuff. I mean, there was some, but not like going from...
You don't know enchanting, then.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be wasted stuff, but it didn't feel like this like slow crawl to get where you needed to be for your end game because it's only 150 that you have to go to, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'm kind of annoyed that they are gating some of that stuff, well, really a lot of it, behind doing instance runs. And I get why they do it. And it's not, I don't want them to hand it over. I get you want to be able to do the higher tier stuff. You should have to go do the higher tier things. But I don't know. I feel like forcing me into a mythic is kind of annoying. Am I the only one who feels that way?
Yeah.
A I'm the only
Actually,
one.
majority of
Nobody
the
else
people
is frustrated that they're. Well, it's because you like. Can I get somebody
Well,
in the
okay,
audience
so,
that doesn't
that's
like
fine.
to do
Not a
mythics?
tryhard.
I can play devil's advocate. Hold on a second. Murky and I, for instance, are okay with grouping and doing mythics. Majority of the community actually aren't. Some people either have anxiety, or they just don't feel like they're good enough, or they aren't good enough. So I mean, blocking behind that kind of stuff, I guess, if you like to do professions, isn't good. But at the end of the day, you don't need those materials because you don't need that high item level, in my opinion.
I don't want it for myself. I want it so that I can sell everything I own for my Bronto.
Oh, because you're Jew. Copy.
But really, it's also because
Wow.
I like giving it to other
Wait, let me
people.
add that to the list.
I like giving it to other people when people need stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I have
Get money.
kids. I have ADD. Sometimes I don't want to spend 70 hours doing a mythic where I have to be sitting still in one place for X amount of time, where I hear every huff and puff because I squirreled and did things, and people get frustrated because they're having to wait for me, which is why 90% of the content I try to do myself, because I don't want anybody to be bound to my timetable. It's really just I want to go in and do and be all those things without... You know, you can't pause WoW, so I just do things where if it's just me out in the world, I can get up and go, or I can whatever. But I don't particularly have fun in Mythic runs.
I enjoy it.
Benadryl, NyQuil.
It just isn't like it's fun to do each dungeon one time, but regurgitating the same content even on a higher level, it's great for those who like that. And that's why I like the Mythic Plus system, because it set people up who like to push themselves and who like to push for higher keys and, you know, who want to see what they can do. I don't give a fuck about what I can do in a dungeon. I don't care if I'm top DPS, middle DPS, or bottom DPS. I don't need to have a big dick on the internet, guys, because I have one in real life. I don't need any of that to make me feel good about myself. So it doesn't bring any value to my life, but it does others. And I do like the Plus. I do like the Mythic Plus system. I don't dislike it. I think it was really smart for them to do that, and I think it's great that they're continuously putting into it to keep making it a thing. But spamming the same dungeons is just not my favorite.
On that note, I don't think Murky or I get like enjoyment out of burning them back to back to back. It's more of like, how can we either A, do it faster, or giggity, or B, get the better gear.
90% of the world problems with men is how can I do it faster?
Do pump chumps, yeah.
That's the reason there's divorces, guys. You just should consider
No,
this in
did you
your
hear?
life.
There's actually they did a survey on divorces in Fortnite. It's the reason now. Not male enhancement.
You have to love very smart marketing when it comes to video games and how they can get everybody on a bandwagon in all the span of 10 seconds. It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, it's amazing.
So hold on, before we transition off this, so like I just leveled tailoring on my mage the other week because having jewel crafting and enchanting was just a bust. Couldn't.
Okay, how did that go?
Actually, I power leveled the shit out of it in a couple hours, costing me the gold, but I got up there. And
relatively simple versus going to 800 or, you know.
Oh, definitely. But I noticed like the epic items, all the epic items that you can craft with that profession are BOP. So all those Hydra cores and stuff, like crafting those items are meant only really for you, nothing you can auction house.
That seems kind of productive.
No, he's right about that, actually. And what makes it even worse is you mean to tell me that you want me to go into the higher level content to get the items that I need for the things. I need the gear to go into the higher level content to get the things and the things. But you're only going to give me what I need after I don't need it.
What item level is the crafted from Hydra cores?
I think mine's like
355, and
yeah.
they must let you
Oh,
make
that's not even worth it.
355. So
I
think
think what is the point? I'm lost on it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think that was probably my point that you helped me make, but I lost the point halfway
They'd
through.
have to add like a special maybe effect or something to add to it. Like maybe you can choose what secondary stats or something, because 355 that's only a jump up 10 points.
it's a random proc on your stats.
Yeah, that's
I have a confession that goes along with this.
Oh. Do tell.
So I watched a video. It's a two-part video from Bellular Gaming, and I like Bellular. He's, you know, when he's not wearing lesbian sweaters, he's good. That isn't a dig at the
Sweater vests.
lesbian community, because I'm your people. But he's a very smart man when it comes to World of Warcraft in general. But he did this video on basically kind of like a critique of BFA. Now, I typically kind of stay away from that kind of stuff because I don't really care what you
I
think.
want people to judge my experience. I'm having fun.
Yeah. But, you know, and I thought, okay, this is going to be another video where we're just shitting all over World of Warcraft in general instead of giving, you know, highs and lows, right? We love this, but yet I want to punch them in the face for doing this. Honestly, guys, I recommend that you go watch that because I did see a lot of things that I probably didn't see before because I was in the honeymoon phase of being in love with everything from BFA, and he did make a lot of solid points on some things, and the gear is the gear and the way that all that, they want all that to work together, it does make a lot of sense. And I think that this is part of that. You did a thing in Legion with Professions where you did all these quests, and I thought, well, that's going to be kind of fun, right? Like before Legion launch, I was like, well, that's, you know, wasn't the business because I couldn't do anything until I went through all these quests, and I had to go, you know, go out into the world and do stuff when I just wanted to level whatever profession I wanted to level. And then, you know, they do this, and I thought, well, this is great too because they've dropped the points required. They've made it really easy to pick up a new profession if you so choose. And then, you know, the really good stuff. Surprise, you have to spam higher level content to get the gear that you need for the higher level content. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't understand what Blizzard's obsession is with those kinds of things, right? Like, I agree, I don't want to grind for stuff, but there's stuff that I want to grind for because it's a personal thing, right? Like, you guys like grinding out some things because that's your guys' get down, whereas me, like, I want to get in and get out and move on to something that's more fun. But I don't
like pet battles.
it just doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't understand. But I do recommend you watching. He didn't, you know, and he was very honest and said, like, I'm not shitting on anything, you know, Blizzard's doing. I'm just letting you know, like, their mindset of where they were at, like, is not. We need them to be more focused on the players instead of trying to give us so much to do that they're not focused on the mechanics of what it is we're doing, right? Like, they're throwing a bunch of stuff out there and, you know, saying, hey, we got all these things, which is great because there's no lack of content. But if that content doesn't have any beef to it, if it's just, you know.
So what you're saying is Blizzard does not have the meats.
I wouldn't say that they don't have the meats, but I don't think they got the bacon. Guys, there ain't no fucking bacon there because I ain't seen not one bacon, crispy or not. Limp, maybe. That wasn't a dig at
That is true.
anybody specifically for having limp bacon. But yes,
Well, shit, I guess Seraphis is out.
I think it's great that we have. I think it's great that now we can get it off you know, the last boss in Heroic, which is nice because if I want to just, you know. Yes, you are right, Ark, and thank you for your kind words. You are right.
See, I prefer it when it's shallow because I don't have to wear my floaties.
The content isn't, I wouldn't say shallow. I would say it's like too much bread and not enough butter.
What if you don't like butter?
Who the fuck doesn't like butter? Get off the show if you are about to say you don't like butter.
I'm just saying maybe we could use half a stick instead of a full stick. Hey, Pauladine?
That's what my husband says when I'm cooking.
Maybe
I have like 7 sticks of butter on the counter, and he's like, where's that going? And I'm like, here, 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 and here. He's like, this is why we're going to die of a heart attack.
Maybe the Hydra Core thing was just to reward the people doing the Mythic harder content that weren't walking out of the dungeons with gear upgrades or anything like that. But I feel like Heroic should have awarded them anyway, at least.
Yeah, so,
something.
Heroic should have rewarded, like, a small pile, and then Mythic should have rewarded a middle pile, like, or middle.
Kind of like the way
medium pile.
is working.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I work harder at a profession in game than I do at my fucking 9 to 5, we have a problem. If I have to spend precious time in game to spam a certain thing because I need 11 fucking million Hydra Core to make one piece, I'm
Sounds like a
working
personal
harder than
issue.
I do at the job I get paid for, and I'm paying you for it.
On that note, can we talk about how much Expulsum sucks? Like, now that I have a crafting profession, I see what everybody's whining about. You need like 30 to craft some pants and 60 for the
Bad luck protection. The bad luck protection should simply be to fix your fucking algorithm with your RNG. Maybe if you stop giving Rem 70 fucking wands for the same run, we won't need bad luck protection.
Seriously.
But you are right. Like,
I have too many wands, guys.
you're right. There is, I get that, and I love that they're giving many instances for there to be many things. With that being said, there should be many instances where you can get Hydrocore instead of just shoving this down.
Well, that's why they
8%
added to
throat.
heroics, yeah.
Well, I think that there should
Because
be,
they realize they're
you know, maybe
stuff.
bad luck protection.
Don't
Bad.
say it good in chat. It's a gambling. It's you
Bad
spend 30
luck
minutes doing
protection.
something for nothing or not. And
For poorly written RNG algorithms that give you very rarely what you need at the time you need it. You do get it eventually after you don't need it anymore because it's either null and void because that one best in slot's no longer useful, and by the time you get it, nobody's using it because all the kings and
8.1 is here.
queens, all the kings and queens of the internet have said this trinket is bad for you, so don't use it. So by the time you finally get it, guys, I'm not bitter. I'm just saying there is something wrong with the gear system in general overall. There, it's broken, and it's. I see that they're trying to make improvements, but it's broken.
Well, what's broken is I get like a 365 useless trinket when my 330s are still better.
No, I don't. all the stuff in raid, I haven't been getting any crit, but yet all the world quests I'm getting are haste. But all the world quests I'm getting haste gear.
What I want to know is how most of, like the mythic raiders at the moment have world quest gear, like some of the TikTok trinket. I
At
get dropped at
350.
350. I'm like,
It's-
how the shit?
they got lucky.
But
That's all.
I got a 355 upgrade from a trinket or from whatever it is. Like, remember? And you guys were like, oh my
Okay,
god.
that was a quest. 'Cause you're a bitch.
That sucked.
The one time Blizzard
It was
was nice to me.
365, but you don't know that I'm level of your own trinket. Anyways,
Yeah,
She got the mage gear.
War Crimes Von Butt
365.
Stuff. Can you be my best friend now? Because I love that name. War Crimes Von Butt Stuff. Why do I feel like this is Murky in disguise? Because that's right up his alley.
I'm gonna name my character Butt Stuff now. That's funny.
On the
I've
line
already
of,
got that
of
name.
jewel crafting, yesterday Rem says to me, do you have whatever, whatever? And I said, well, what is that? And he goes, well, it's uncut gems. Why would I have uncut gems?
Well, you weren't specific, so I was like, are they cut or uncut? The fuck?
If he knew me, he would know. The only time I jewel craft is when it's the end of expansion. I got nothing better to do because I have tons of people in the guild that do that. And I was like, do you even know me?
That's why I was asking.
Asking cut picks.
So here we are, being a jewel crafter. I'll craft my own ring so I could put a ring on it. Finger. Fuck. I screwed it up. Guys, yeah, so
Finger fuck. Jesus Christ, Belle. What are you talking about?
I'm getting pluses and still wearing 340 hours, right? Yeah, I agree. I think in all of the accommodations that we've made, and guys, this isn't news, and I know people are going to be like, okay, here she goes again. So last expansion.
Whoa.
What?
Azrael gear has a very, very small chance to drop in pluses, but they do drop.
I don't remember.
That's what I was told.
I don't remember in dungeons, but they come out of the emissary or the weekly cache.
Yeah, but you really want the raid. You want the raid, Azurite, right? Because
Some-
that's got
some
4.
cases, yes.
That's got 4.
For like, because you have the reorigination,
That's easy for you to say.
Right.
or the archive of the Titans. That's good in the raid, but it's not as good out of the raid, but it's still good. So yeah.
Oh, the weekly cache, yeah, not the dungeons themselves.
Yeah, because I got an Azrite out of my weekly cache this week, so I saw one, but not at the end of a dungeon.
Oh yeah, Laser Matrix as well.
So
That thing is amazing.
I'm gonna tug on the
amazing,
heartstrings of
Marcus.
all my vanilla players, right? The vanilla players who go on the forums and they're like, "Oh, you new players complaining about loot. In my day, we had to run 28 back-to-back runs for the same boss to get the loot that never dropped. There's still gear today that never dropped for me." Like all that, I get it, right? So yeah, times change. We know.
Times change.
I was waiting for that. Times change. Blizzard evolves, right? They evolve the gear. So Legion, we did several things that were inadequate and absolutely fucking moronic, like the legendary system. We took the word legendary and we banked off that word legendary, and then we made legendaries so much a part of our gameplay that people were getting benched from raid because they didn't have their best in slot legendary or because they didn't have whatever. So then Blizzard said, okay, we're going to not take that forward because we realized that we took the legendary out of the legendary by giving them to every Tom, Frank, and Joe, right?
What about Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Right. We said that it was all RNG when you get them, right? That's weird because I had the same guildie get 11 all in the span of like a month. 11.
Well, that's
11.
Playtime was like 400% more than anyone else.
So Blizzard made the smart decision and said, we apologize for the legendary system. It will not be moving forward because it was stupid. It was fucking stupid. Well, you guys know I ranted about it all last expansion. We, then, in that same token, we give all these other opportunities for gear. I love it. I 100% love it. I do. I love that we are making it easy for people who don't raid to get higher level gear. I love that. Except I don't, and I'm going to tell you why. And a bunch of you are going to talk shit to me, and you're going to send me hate mail, and you're going to tell me I'm a girl, what the fuck do I know, and you're going to tell me to get back in the kitchen and making sandwiches. I don't give a shit. Here's the way that I feel. It's not a secret. Everybody knows.
But really, can
you want higher item level gear, go do the fucking content. Quit crying on the forums and asking Blizzard to dilute people that actually play the game for higher item level things. Don't ask Blizzard to throw and sprinkle all the different places to get higher item level gear, which then convolutes the entire system. And we don't really know what gives higher item level what anymore. So much so that, like, I don't even care. I care that I can pew and raid and that's it. We accommodate and that's great. And I love that we're accommodating everybody who doesn't have time to play the game. If you don't have time to play the game, why the fuck do you need a high item level then? I don't get it. I'm confused.
Belle, I think the more important subject of the matter is what the fuck does convolute mean?
But, like, am I the only one who can be real here? Who can say it's
Well, I
great?
just said that earlier. Like, if why would you need to craft better gear if you're not going to use it?
Well, I guess that is actually true. I suppose.
Like, if you want the EP of having a higher item level, then
You're gonna have to
do
put
the
in-
content.
Yeah,
do
you're
something.
You're gonna have to put in the work for it. I do agree with that. What happened? What? I don't understand. What's funny?
Angie's saying you're angry tonight, and Von Butt stuff was like, just tonight?
Yeah, clearly Von Buttstuff knows me very well because, no, but guys, I've been thinking about this and I'm trying to wrap my brain around about what we're allowing as players to continue to happen because we are, as a people, we're afraid to speak our feelings. We're afraid to be open. We're afraid to say things because we don't want anybody to feel like, you know, we don't want to be the only ones thinking that. And you are right. It is entitlement. And it is because there are people who just started playing WoW and they bring their $15 and Blizzard has said all $15 are equal. They are all equal. You are right, Blizzard. Every $15 is the same, except you should be getting out of the game what you put into the game. If you only have X hour a week, let's say you have 2 hours a week to game.
I couldn't even imagine that.
You have 2 hours a week a game because you have kids, you have wives, you have husbands, maybe you have several wives. I don't know. I'm not judging you guys.
I can't remember. How can you only game 2 hours out of the week,
But
regardless of how many kids you have or how many baby mamas you have? Like, that's
I got a
hours
couple
in?
baby
They're
mama.
radical
Rem,
right
I
now.
got a couple baby mamas, okay?
God. I need to ask Tio this question.
They want time and attention and like cuddles and shit. And I'm like, bruh, can we not? But seriously, if you are one of those people, and if I'm offending you here, that's okay. We're going to be all right. We're going to make it through this. But if you are one of those people who are going to comment and say, well, I don't have a ton of time to spend in game, guess what, guys? Neither do I. I'm not coming from the approach of I spend all day in game, because I don't. I'm lucky to even have the eye level to raid, to be perfectly honest, because I don't have the time. But the things that matter to me, I make time for.
8 years?
I make the time for that. So what we've done over the course of time since the end of Mists of Pandaria, beginning of Draenor's, we started doing the thing that we see in other games very often, where we start making it really easy for new players to come in and have a fun, great time because they can go to 7 different places and get all this high item level gear, right? The world quest, it's great. It helps us because of our alts.
Von Butt stuff again. I love saying his name.
But that you shouldn't be embarrassed about that, because Blizzard is just giving it away. They're literally giving it away.
That it is considered a geared catch-up mechanic, so I farmed the shit out of it on my DK.
That's what I was telling Belle,
hate
because
feeling
she's gonna be loving her monk, and I was like, yeah, you need to get it geared so we can take you through Warfronts shit.
I did it like 4 days in a row looking for weapons, and I finally got them on my DK.
I shouldn't be of the mindset that this week, as we speak, I am leveling a monk healer, because I know 6 hours after I level that monk healer will be ready for normal raid.
Yeah, my hunter was ready for raid within 3 hours and before the Warfronts.
It makes it easier to ult, and I appreciate that, because especially with the way that they're pushing the Mythic world first and all those things, like, I appreciate that they're making it ult friendly. So it isn't a dig at that, but I shouldn't say I just need to get this leveled, and 6 hours after it's leveled, I will be completely ready for normals. I shouldn't have to be able to say that. Or should I? And that's really my question to you guys, because my question to you guys overall is, what are we doing here? What is the goal? Somebody give me a goal here, because I've lost touch of what that goal is for us as players, for us as enthusiasts, and for us as ambitious players with maybe even a small goal, whatever the case may be. Like, what are we doing here?
Do you want to know what my goal is, Belle? To have fun with my friends.
Thank you.
Like, low-key, that's what I'm looking forward to when I log into game. Is to help the raid by doing the hard work in Mythics, because some people don't have the time that I do, even though I have limited time this
Ollie,
week.
I respect that, but I gotta be really honest with you. I don't get very much game time, and I was 340 4 days after. Very, very minimal effort. And when I say very minimal effort, I mean world quests and a couple of heroic dungeons, and then I think I've done like 2 mythics so far, maybe 3. Very minimal effort, and I got to 3. I'm at 345 actually, which some of that is a piece or two.
We
You
helped
have friends. Yeah, you have a social circle. Does Ollie here by chance play not in a social circle by himself? That's also...
Well, I just want to point out that while yes, I did have friends assist me in some of those
we
runs,
also
that
ditched the shit out of
90% of my 90% of my gameplay was solo, because everybody went and did things and left all the bells behind. Hold on.
Because you slow, bitch.
All the prizes for the backers are blocking my air conditioning, so I'm not getting like any air in my...
Well, so on that note though, Sulfate, it's not designed that way, but like for instance, Murky and I still find stuff to do to back to back to back to back when we're online for the weekends, or like for instance, I get maybe 2 hours or 3 hours on an average day during the weekdays, so...
And really, I want to make sure that I'm clear on that, is I don't want the game to be designed for you to have to spend 12 hours in a game, you know, in a day to do something. That isn't what I'm asking. I'm not asking for there to have to be all this. I don't like the grind any more than anybody else does. I don't like the grind for rep. I want to make sure I'm clear about that. I don't want it to be where it takes you a month to do one thing. That's not what I want.
That's not necessarily making the game harder, it's just more time consuming. Time consuming does not equal more difficulty.
Correct.
In real talk, isn't like all this Warforging and Titan forging just happening like way more often than we're used to?
It's
like,
funny that you said that because we went on the record with Ian Hazakostas, aka I'm a fucking liar when I give information on the internet. He said that heroic or Warforging in general, Warforged
going to be less often or
was going to
more
be
rare.
the exception rather than the rule, and you would have higher rates of getting that at the higher content, right? Mm-hmm. That's weird because every other fucking quest Rem gets that he turns in for gear,
okay, so
War Forges, Titan Forges,
so
Mythic Titan Forges.
It wasn't like that. So like for instance, the chest that you get weekly for Mythics, it's a higher chance of getting Warforged or Titan Forge. But in Mythics, I've only gotten maybe 1 or 2 pieces out of the maybe 12 or more Mythics I've done, like pluses.
You got a lot of wands though. Guys, if you
I've gotten 7 wands at above 340.
If anybody's watching and you guys have BOE wands, please send them to Rem because he needs the wands. He's like into needing all the wands. If you're
on the Scryers or Argenton, I will take those and DE them for mats.
His character is Rem Daddy. Shade.
Yeah, I've been trying.
It feels like it's so common though. Like,
I don't really even know what all that rant was about, but I feel like there are some elements that I'm absolutely in love with in game, and then the gear overall in general just. It does feel good not dealing with the tier. I do appreciate that I don't have to deal with the tier anymore because I don't have to feel bad about.
Well, the new tier is Azurite, though.
Right, but...
in a sense.
I'm never going to get a shoulder piece that's going to be better than my Azurite. You know what I mean? Like, I feel good that I'm not having to... Except I have to
You're not locked in... You're not pigeonholed into just this...
Except I'm now currently having to be locked into 330 gear because it has a gajillion haste, and the new gear has nothing but versatility at the higher level. So, but I feel good.
Class to class. For me, item level is king. Like, it's intellect. Like, intellect is 2, haste and everything else is like 1, and then 0.5.
I think that's part of the problem is everybody's so concerned with eye level as well, and I don't share that opinion. I don't share that opinion because I have
it's not just about item level. It's about intellect is so useful for disc that it's a necessity over everything else.
Right, but there's so many people that like will swap out the second there's an item level increase because we've been drilled into our brain from our raid leaders and from the community that eye level, but. My eye level
in your bags, make it superficial level.
Right. Like my eye level would be way higher if I wasn't smart and knew what my class needed. Right. If I didn't know that replacing, because I would be into the 350s by now if I equipped.
But do you not like 4-second chaos bolts?
I love 4-second chaos bolts, guys.
That's enough time to like make a drink.
Yes, 4-second chaos bolts are the best. But now. We've had a bad, so real quick, let me give you what I do really enjoy. I do enjoy the different traits and testing those different traits, and I do enjoy having the armor and being able to work at a normal pace towards my Azurite without feeling like I'm going to be benched from my own team as the raid leader myself because I don't have all the things and level 40 million and all of that for raid. I do enjoy the nice pace where I don't feel the need to do every single Azurite world quest. I don't feel the need to, be so about that. It's happening in a natural, fashion, and it's happening on its own. And
you don't have your 4-step bonus, you're benched.
Yeah, like I'm enjoying that it feels good. Some of the traits I really enjoy because some of the traits are very mindful of me. Meaning like a lot of them affect my Chaos Bolt's cast time. A lot of them affect like things that are sometimes problematic for me because I have to make a choice. I can be more powerful and I could be like super deadly, but it's going to take me 3.5 seconds to be deadly. So I just need you to stop killing me and give me 1 second so that I could kill you. But I've enjoyed the Azurite. I've enjoyed that whole process.
I don't. They keep changing them. I don't know what's good for me now.
Yeah, and that, I think we're probably going to go through that as even they continue to add to it. But I do like that it's more thoughtful and that we could see in advance what, what is that, what am I going to be able to get off this piece if I keep it? It doesn't feel as much as a shit show of like the Netherlight Crucible, where you never knew 1 minute to the other, you pull the trigger and you're either laying there dead or you're floating. We don't know. So I've enjoyed that.
I mean, we all float down here.
We do all float down here. But I think that's been fun. So with that, take that, very much with a grain of salt. And let's...
It's a little bit longer.
It needed to happen, though. I had been, we needed to... I feel like sometimes people think that we don't really say how we feel because we're, and it's true. I'm in the honeymoon phase still where I love a lot of stuff, but... Guys, Old Year Mythic World First happened. Who do you suppose? Who do you suppose?
I heard it was...
if you say it, I'm going to punch you.
Exorcist? That Russian guild?
Big Dumb Guild, I think, took it.
Thank you.
It was Method, of course. Now, keep in mind, Method and Limit were very close. And there was a moment in time where I thought Limit just might do it.
You want to know why that happened? Murky, explain.
What, that Method went and actually did the reset and Limit didn't?
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
To not extend their Limit. Yeah, they extended their lockout and Method went in for the re-clear. Huge item level gap happened, so it was still impressive that Limit did it, but I mean they put in a shit ton of hours versus
it was
clearing. So
on the actual timer on Raider.io, it was within like 4 or 5 hours.
Hold on. Could you re-say that for the dumb people in the audience, i.e. me? I don't understand what you just said.
So you know how... Oh, go ahead.
No, you do it, Don.
Okay, so you know how you can extend a lockout and you save yourself to that boss?
We've done it in Raid.
Yeah, Limit did that. Method did not.
They would never do that. No.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why they did it. It's quicker because
that's like
they got that item level boost
in the Discord. It just like I had been telling you guys, like ever since I get to see that side of it, like that's one of those things where it was a gamble, right? But I think that's going to pay off every single time. Like every single time. And even more so, they had a lot of pressure. They had a lot of pressure because they made the decision to worldwide televise this thing where, some of these raiders are not used to being,
Yeah, no, typically it's super, super secretive. Like their logs are hidden.
Yeah. Until after.
Yeah, no, everything is like super top secret, like DEFCON 1 or
you
5.
really couldn't hide their strats or what percentages they were getting to, so props to them for doing it under all that pressure. It was a good...
They were under pressure.
I just absolutely loved it, and it isn't a dig at any other guild, because I think any guild that's even in this race, hats off to you guys, like really. And now they have the I don't know if everybody saw, but they have the
reaction.
No, the mythic ranks and all that.
Oh yeah, because they're doing that new title thing for.
Yeah, they have the guild.
And all that. Yeah.
The ranking system.
I like that. It brings more involvement with the community and the guilds.
Well, and we asked for that. I don't know if anybody remembers. Does anybody want to remember what I told and asked Ian at BlizzCon? Because I need somebody to validate me. Because the first thing I told Ian when he said, how do we help make guilds more relevant, is I told Ian we needed a guild ranking system. And it needed to be public because people love numbers. So I think it's funny that something I said is happening there. I don't know if anybody else made that correlation, but I did tell Ian that at BlizzCon.
When did you tell Ian this? Because I don't remember this at all.
I'm new. I wasn't there. Don't look at me.
No,
you guys know what I said.
The week after we came back, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, I literally told him that's how you help continue to keep guilds relevant, is you start putting a system up there, because guilds, everybody loves numbers. The second you attach a ranking system to it, you find out how quickly it goes from casual to we're fucking your shit up because we want to be at the top.
That's the 1% though.
Oh no, it's all.
That Mythic leaderboard thing.
That's just, it's the tip in the water. That's all this is. This is a tiptoe in the water to see how well it's received.
Ian needs to get his shit together with guilds. So.
But I'm telling you, this is a tiptoe in the water to see how well it's received. They're collecting data on who's using it, who's browsing it, who's mentioning it. This is very smart, but this is something that I told them. I told them that this is how they do it. So I didn't say specific mythics, but I did say I did say guild rankings. Anyway. On that note, well, we'll talk about that later. I wanted to just talk about, I want to talk about that, but we'll talk about that later. Next in the news, new pet at the Blizzard shop, Captain.
He's capping your ass, Crackers.
Whoa, Captain Crackers. I purchased him this morning before my eyes were even open. Like, the second I saw the post in my feed, I'm like, let's go buy, because I have
hard fidelity.
I like Captain Crunch personally.
Yeah, I do like Captain Crunch, but I don't like what it does to the roof of your mouth.
I'm more Special K, because, you know.
You're not wrong. $10, guys. $10 and like 56 cents to be exact. Go get your pet, because he is a great little. He's just a. I wanted a parrot that goes on my. I don't know if he goes on your shoulder. I didn't read all that. I just saw a parrot and I thought, fuck, this is my get down, because I'm about
no,
that.
But there is an item. Oh, you can't buy it anymore. But there was an item you could buy yesterday.
They missed an opportunity there for full immersion with these pets. You know, these. They really did.
But then it just BFA, and then I wouldn't want to kill it. So.
Because I'm full on into this pirate situation. Like, I'm in all the way.
All right, she's 100% in with her monk now.
Wrecking Bell's got a patch. Like, I'm in all the way. She's more of like a stealth pirate though, versus like Belle, who's like ho pirate. You know what I'm saying? She's like, look at my cleavage while I stab you and take your money, because that's, you know. That doesn't happen in real life, guys. Let's not get crazy. We don't have to make it any weirder than it needs to be. But yeah, $10. He could be your first.
But there was something else with that pet, though, yeah.
Oh yeah. So the Dreadwake pirate ship, which is a mount. From first glance, I was like, this is so cool. I don't know that I'm necessarily in love with it, but I don't hate it either, and I don't have to, as long as other people love it. It felt a lot.
It's nice to look at, but I wouldn't get it.
It felt less piratey, more amphibian.
It should have been a water strider. It should have.
Well, because like the wings and stuff, it just looks. It felt very.
It's not. Those aren't wings. It's like ghostly sails.
Well,
it's
that
like
didn't translate very well visually to their animation.
You didn't translate well visually.
I know. I do agree. I expected it to be a two-seater mount, because the expectation there is as large as it was. Well, I mean,
it is a reskin of the BlizzCon.
Yeah, we did have that expectation there. But the unique thing about this is, so from now, well, really as of yesterday, until the 21st of October, if you purchase 180 days game time.
180 days?
I know, that was almost a PC slip up there, guys.
Apologize.
If you purchase the 180 days game time, which it's its own, its own little box.
It's a bundle in the shop.
If you go purchase it now to the 21st, you get the mount for free. It's yours. You claim it in your. There's like a little icon that'll pop up in your launcher.
I mean, honestly, if you have the money and you're going to buy that much game time anyway, then...
I wouldn't, and here's why. Because they're going to make it available. I'm not saying
I would, I'm just saying...
They're going to make it available sometime next year anyway for purchase in the shop, so it isn't exclusive.
They said that they made a post anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want people to know it isn't exclusive. So if you don't choose to spend 180... Or if you don't choose to spend the money buying 180 days of game time, and you're a month-to-month type of person, don't worry about it. Next year, and we're almost done with this year, they're going to put it in the shop, and you'll be able to buy it anyway for likely $25. Probably a bundle with the parrot and that. At that time, it'll probably be
kind of like the Argy with that.
So you don't have to feel like it's exclusive, and you're not going to get it if you don't do this thing. However, if in the last 30 days, well, from I think it's 30 days is what it says.
I mean, I'm still kind of salty about the Turiel's Charger because I wasn't playing at that time, so...
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, Von Butt stuff, you don't need to feel like you're in a rush because they're going to make it available in the mount store. Don't feel like you have to, but if you got the extra cashola, make it happen. And there is a percent, there's like $25 maybe you save over that time because you get a discount off each month when you bundle it like that.
Yeah.
If you've already purchased 6 months or you're in the middle of your 6-month subscription, it has to be before the 19th, and I think I don't know how they make that
on
work.
or before with your 6-month one after that.
If you have your 6-month subscription, or if you're on a 6-month or 180 days game time before the 19th of September, you will get the mount.
Or if you have 540k gold sitting around, you can do it that way too.
Because there are people that are on a 6-month auto-renew subscription that auto-renews, or you can just go buy 180 days of game time. Like, the two are different, but the same. Mm-hmm. There's the auto-renewing, or you go purchase and buy the one. So either one of those, if you've already gotten those and you're in the middle of your 6 months or your 180 days or whatever, you will get that as well.
I'm actually curious what the numbers are for that. Like, who does the 3-month and the 6-month and more than that? Because I personally, I do the month by month.
I did when you did you had the annual pass thing where you got perks of paying for the entire year. What was it called? It was the annual pass, wasn't it?
That's what I just said, the Trials Charger.
Oh, yeah.
So
I wasn't playing at that time.
The difference between the two is with the Tyrael's Charger, you signed an agreement that you were going to be paying for a year.
But you had to pay up front.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't pay up front. You signed the contract because I had friends who opted out of the game and canceled, and they lost the mount out of their collection. And they didn't get.
It's like a service agreement with like your cable company. You get a special rate throughout the whole year.
That was one of my hiatuses during school.
So that's one of the two things that I was thinking off screen what I liked and didn't like about this. Tyrael's Charger, you just paid your monthly normally anyway.
Yep. And yes,
this was a promise.
It was a promise that we made each other in front of whatever God you believe in.
Promise ring?
Whatever God you believe in. Yes, Ark, I don't know if I answered your question, but yes, if you are in mid 6-month auto renew, you get that as part of that, which is nice. It'll show up on your I don't know when it's going to show up.
Some people are saying they got it in their collections on the day of Pirates Day. So if you don't have it, honestly, I would suggest contacting customer service.
First, I would check your launcher, and then I would check inside your bags or your collection, and see if it needs to be unwrapped, right? Because it comes as like a little dancing.
It comes in a box.
Like a little present, yeah.
But, I mean, if you're into the boat, get it. For sure.
Boats and hoes.
I'm full, like...
Pirate immersion.
I'm using my...
Do what you want.
The Sea Breeze, whatever. Because it's got the cool Tyran crest, and that's my jam, so...
yeah, but that horse don't fly.
That dog don't hunt.
You can't fly right now anyway.
When you can... What is your pirate amount going to be?
We have like X amount of months. We're looking at least second major patch before we can fly. So
and we'll have our parrots before then, I know.
I know we really need to get on those parrots. We really need to get on those parrots. So let's talk about the patch. Now,
the patch.
Yeah, on your monk, yeah.
For this conversation, normally I watch these things happen. Like, I knew that this random Q&A was going to be about patch stuff. I knew we were going to get all the stuff that we wanted to hear. I was so busy with work that I couldn't even listen because I was emailing and I was conference calling and all this stuff. So Murky messages me and he was like something about he's wet, which isn't uncommon for something Murky would say to me in a text message. So not uncommon, but all I said is, all I want to know is, are we getting cool Tyrans? Because that's all I care about at this point. I want to know when I can unlock the cool Tyrans. So yes, we are getting the cool Tyrans, and we are getting the, what was the other one? I only heard cool Tyrans, and then that's
Zandalar.
Yeah, the Zandalar.
So you want to know my favorite thing about the whole the announcement thing? Was Tides of Vengeance. That's the name that people were saying, oh, the new expansion is going to be Tides of Vengeance.
It's funny because I'm sure that that's probably why they named it that. I feel like Blizzard has a sense of humor.
We need to name this patch, boys. Everybody keeps calling it Tides of Vengeance. Brilliant!
Like it's the name's already branded. We branded it by putting it on Reddit, right? Like we're already in, we're sold. Let's go all the way. So what we're going to be getting for this patch, which should be, did they give a PTR date? I tried to look.
They didn't give a date, but they said soon, not TM.
So soon means probably next week, because
a week or two, yeah.
All of the Blizzard devs are male, so A large part of them.
Except
They're
like,
on a different timeline.
40%.
All the front-facing, in front of people on the internet devs are 90% of them are men. Yes, there are women, but it's
Okay, yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean. Like all the people in the front ground.
Let's get political. Why don't they have more women in the?
I think it's largely because I could give you all the reasons why they probably don't, and I would probably not have any friends after I did. But those of you who know how women are on the internet, you would already know why. Because if I was
menstrual
Blizzard,
cycles.
if I was Blizzard, I wouldn't let it happen either.
A turtle has made it.
So, war campaign.
The cycle life can be.
We're gonna go deeper into that war campaign because we're faction warring and having a good time doing it.
Like.
The incursions, which is essentially your Legion invasions, right? Great. I'm excited because I have ults. Like, let's do it because, like, that's the best way to level ults. I don't even care about the story that they're telling there. Like, the story's great. I think that's awesome, but I'm excited about that.
I have to be honest. I thought that's what Warfronts were supposed to be from the get-go.
I did too. I thought that was gonna.
You guys are scrubs.
Pop-ups. So
I did agree. I thought it was gonna be like instances where we could gain XP on our.
I'm supposed to be the Gomper here.
Like maybe a zone that just enables PvP or something, or I don't know. But incursions is 100% what I thought Warfronts are going to be. Out of the box.
I mean, like a part of it, yeah, 100%. But yeah,
I didn't play the beta, so.
Warfronts for me were instance PvE RTS style, Altec Valley mixed with fun.
All right.
Well,
but it's not fun.
Alliance is up right now, and you guys got 6 days. Alliance has got 6 days to go and do the things, and not for nothing. What was the total hours it took?
I didn't keep track of the Alliance side this time, but
well, when Murky was doing the Horde, it was what 30 to 45 minutes.
No, I was just time for the Alliance to gather resources. I didn't actually track this time around. 4 days.
I didn't keep track like precisely, but yeah, it was like 4 or 5 days.
When the husbands say they are going to fix it, you don't have to remind them every 6 months. We will get to it. My husband has said that when I said, like, every month literally I've asked you to do this thing out in the backyard, and he was like, well, if you don't have to remind me, like, I'm going to do it. When though? And
in the future.
Yeah, that's exactly what he says, and it's on my list. Your list of fucking what?
Honeydew list. Future me to come back in time and do this shit for me to stop the end of the world.
Because I'm that kind of wife, I'll go do it anyway. And he doesn't like that I go do it because I come in making a big stink and I'm huffing and I'm puffing and I'm mad and I'm like,
God, you're like my mom.
I'm like throwing stuff, and then he's like, I told you I would do it. We're doing it.
And then that forces us to get up, and then we go do that, and then you sit all proud and shit.
Then he says, why do you do that? You just shoot straight out of bed and you have a fucking 12 item to-do list that you want to do right now on this Sunday. Why is this day so important for us?
That's every Sunday.
Bring this tree down because we needed the tree to not be there. I needed the tree to not be there. It was hurting me.
I helped.
You got attacked. The tree fought back in that time. That tree was mad. It got cut down. Obviously, they're going to be adding world quests, which I don't particularly dislike. The world quests, I actually didn't mind them, and
More Eternals.
Yeah, I don't dislike them. Even the repetitive nature of the world quests, I don't dislike them because it's something I can do while Netflixing or having a conversation or, hanging out with one of my kids in here, whatever the case may be. Like, I can do that. It's mindless and I can do it, and it gives me things that I need. It doesn't bother me. Never really did. I mean, they're dailies, right? Let's call it what it is, but never bothered me. I enjoy the world quests. I like when they add to them because the only thing that annoys me is I wish they weren't quests. I wish they weren't quests that we went through in the leveling process. I wish it was brand new thing. Even if it's the same thing repeated, right? That's fine. But at least a new thing being introduced beyond your leveling.
A good example of that would be, like, for instance, when you go through Cherry Guard Sound, there's that one where you have to take pictures of the geyser and the waterfall. Mm-hmm. They added more stuff where you take pictures of Borealis. I actually like that in a completely heterosexual way.
I need more Norrington. More horses.
No, not
On that-
anymore.
on
No.
that I got 580. I almost got
Well,
the.
how about you stick your thumb up your ass? Because who cares that you got 480? I literally will just scream and then go, okay, I'm going to walk away for a minute and I'm going to come back and try it again.
And more penguins.
Yeah, dudes are with dudes at the waterfall. Dudes are with chicks. Chicks are with chicks. Chicks are with dudes and chicks. Like, we're an open community here, guys.
I'm a dude. She's a dude. He's a dude. We're all dudes.
We paint with all the colors of the wind here at Pwnecast.
Yes,
Like,
yes, we do.
Central? Question mark. Additional character storylines, which it's weird that we had to even say that there was going to be additional character storylines. I would assume that there would be. I guess the people.
Wait, there was a what?
We're progressing through more of the story.
They put emphasis on other characters that are missing.
Sourfang, Taronda.
Well, because for instance, and I bet other people are going like, "Where the hell is Taronda?"
Well, that
Why
bitch
did she
is
leave her
probably the one
people?
that really set the tree on fire with her fucking candles. I don't really know what the story is there. I feel like maybe she did. Just kidding. And then Vol'jin, of course. I'm excited about that.
I love some of the comments on Wowhead on the forums about Vol'jin. It's like, "Oh, is he talking from his urn?" Or like, "What's going on with that?"
Well, he's a Loa, so...
You haven't played the Horde stuff, so I ain't telling you shit.
No, I haven't, and I haven't for good reason, and I am approaching this from an Alliance perspective, guys, so if there's Horde things that I have not seen yet, it's on my list of to-do. It just isn't to-do right now.
Don't you mean he's under the ground?
That's terrible. But I am excited because we talked end of last expansion that I would like to see, Vol'jin in some form, whatever form. I
said, he's Ron Swamdi's chosen.
He could be
dude,
Casper the
so-
fucking friendly ghost for all I care. I just would like to see.
I don't think Casper really was that friendly, guys. He was manipulative.
I mean, if I was a ghost, I'd be a dick because there's no I can't be punished anymore. I'm already dead, right?
This is why I've been playing my Horde character this week, because I was finishing up all that.
Oh, is that why you have your banner out now?
Mm-hmm. Let's get my Horde pride ready.
Oh yeah, your Horde pride after burning down our tree, huh?
Where's your rainbow flag?
Are you gonna bring back the children you killed?
Nope.
In your Horde pride?
Resurrect them as Death Knights.
Oh,
It worked in Pet Cemetery.
Sadistic
Why
and
the
you-
fuck not?
Rachel!
Oh no! The first set of heritage armor for classes is upon us.
Hey, you're
Dwarf and
getting
blood.
wet again, Belle. Calm down.
Blood, elf, and dwarfs. Heritage armors.
I'm so sad I jumped on the bandwagon with turning my dwarf into
Wow, it's not a bandwagon. I was in my own wagon, dick.
There was other people besides us.
I wasn't
I
even
have
paying
to
attention to
log
anyone
on.
else.
Rem goes, I'm gonna be a void elf. Okay. Oh, just kidding. I'm gonna be a dark iron. Can you stop?
Well, that's because elves are the master race, but I mean, dark irons, like I didn't expect myself to. I've always liked the dark irons because of the story, but
Real talk, playing a dwarf.
and the
you win
on-use is
Transmog
fucking
contest.
the on-use is amazing. So
You were
I mean,
in
that
your
was
own
awesome.
wagon with 12 other fucking people in that wagon. Probably 12 million people in your
No,
wagon.
no, I'm in my own radio flyer. Okay.
You're in yeah, with never mind.
Going downhill.
Oh yeah, fast, like quick. In a handbasket, because we still don't know why you're going to hell in a handbasket. Why can't
Where
I
did
go?
that-
Why do I have to go in a handbasket? Is there
Does that
any
mean,
other
like-
item?
Does that mean like Lucifer is holding you in a handbasket?
Yeah, like is there any other mode of transportation we could go to hell in besides a fucking handbasket? And does the handbasket have flowers? Is there
there
picnic
treats?
items? Yeah, exactly.
I'm
I feel
having
like these
deja
are
vu right
questions.
now, guys.
These are questions nobody answered when the first sentence hell in a handbasket. And who says a handbasket travels faster to hell than say like
I mean, if
A
you
milk
throw
crate
it far enough.
we're gonna invent we're going to hell in a creepy
trolley.
crate.
We're going to hell on a trolley.
Ooh, a trolley. That makes a lot more sense than a handbasket because I
Because
feel
that's we're being more. What's the word?
Clang, clang, clang goes a trolley.
So,
no,
before
a trolley is a handcart for a film.
Oh,
before I read up on the heritage armor that's coming for already established classes, races, I said, how great is this going to be? I really hope that it's a pretty in-depth quest line.
you were wrong.
I not that I wanted to grind, but it's or it's race related. Like, that's important to me. So
Where's the pull?
I feel like I don't mind going through that, especially with heritage armor, because I want to earn that, and I want to do that, and I want to be that. So that's great.
Yeah, even if it's a small story quest line, that's cool.
Right.
Too.
Then the second thing that comes out of his mouth is no massive quest line. Oh, okay, then, well, I guess I'll just be taking my armor now and...
well, like I said, that's 30 minutes, maybe.
Well...
And I mean, what I don't like about heritage armor...
Did somebody say Judy Garland? Hold on!
Anyways...
Listen, they're listening to Judy Garland right now.
Oh, boy.
In other words, heritage armor is biased, okay? Not all dwarves wear armor, like metal, okay?
Well, what do they? Are they naked?
Some of them.
Are they?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not true.
I mean, look at Moria. She's in a robe. She's naked under those.
Yeah, it's why the heritage armor for the Dark Grand Dwarfs didn't excite me, because it looks like plate mail. Like, they forged it. It doesn't really fit the mage ensemble. Which
Well, that's what was cool.
awesome.
That's what was cool about the Void Elves. It was a mix of both. Like, you could see a mage wearing that or a warrior wearing that. Is there more... what's the word? Athletic looking question mark?
But I mean, like, the Dwarven heritage armor, they released that concept art that pretty much just looks like Murden, Bronze.
My paladin's definitely going to be getting that.
Looks amazing, but I mean, it doesn't fit the mage experience.
What
but
also
it
makes
looks
you
great.
wonder, like, what's the human one going to be? What's the night elf going to be? Is it going to be more... what's it going to be, guys?
It'll be the king's armor.
King's honor, friend.
I don't know.
That was insightful. Thank you for that.
I think it's great if it matches what it should look like. Because I found, and I'm sure you guys are with me on this, that they missed the mark on a lot. Things that we, made assumptions that would be really great, they don't agree with. And there's things that they think, oh, this totally says mage. And then you're like, the fuck? How does that even mage?
I understand it's not supposed to. It's supposed to scream dwarf, but...
No, but I'm saying it's along that same thought process, like with the class mounts, right? I thought it hit the mark great with the Warlock. I expected it to be different than the mounts we already acquired. Back then, the Flames of Zeroth, you got your mount.
Yeah.
But,
like
your
the priest one is kind of out of left field. Oh, here's a magical owl.
I did feel like, and I think for them it connected, right? Because these guys are inside.
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
That was a child.
That's not mine.
Not mine.
Bell.
Oh, it's one of mine.
Mm.
That was the high-pitched sound of my mini one. So I'm just
Yep.
going to make sure he's, everything's on the up and up there because that was a really weird scream.
It was.
We're just going to chat, guys, live on the air. We're just going to...
Is anybody... I don't want to say those words.
I just want to make sure he's okay.
How cool it would have been if they gave the Warlocks one of those giant, like, watcher squid things, since, like, the Kosu Moth mount was out at that time, so they had, like, the squid model wire. You wouldn't like, the newer model ones?
I feel like
One,
to them,
Warlocks don't belong in the game, so...
I feel like to them it connects when they're doing these things and they have their whiteboard meetings where they're talking about design and they're talking about things that speak to a class and whatnot. I feel like to them it makes sense, and it's what...
It just felt kind of weak that it was just, again, a horse.
Sorry, I apologize. I thought my ring...
Oh, I didn't hear your...
Oh, thank God.
I didn't hear it, so you're quite good.
I didn't hear the
Scream in the distance.
My ringtone is big booty bitches, so...
Big booty bitches, what? Big booty.
Just kidding.
You made it weird. A new
Lord of the
Warfronts is
Rings.
coming. The Battle for Darkshore. Night Elves versus the Forsaken. I know this is right up a lot of people's alley. So... I'm in.
So...
I'm indifferent at the moment.
And Alliance is going to start. Like, we'll start with contributions versus Horde starting. And I guess there's many new structures. Okay.
Handle it.
Many whelps. When I say fucking slow, that means...
How do you think the Darkshore Warfront's going to work? Because I haven't done the Warfronts yet in terms of on live, Murky. How did you see Darkshore working? Is it going to be like a campaign across the entire zone? Or do you think there'll be outposts built up now?
I think it's going to be an outpost situation, and it's not going to revolve around gathering resources like Stromgarde is at the moment. It's got to be a whole different scenario, because personally, as the Alliance players, we're kind of disappointed with the way that this Warfront's handling out right now.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, for when we did the Darkshore stuff for the Tadrossel burning and all that, there's that little island that has the Azerite. Maybe we collect Azerite, guys, yeah?
It could be. They're going to come with a whole story.
Is the Horde, it's not really an outpost, it's more of a stronghold. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's still sitting there. Maybe that could be the placeholder for the Horde, and maybe there's some sentinels or something building up an outpost in Aberdeen or Lower Denal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I haven't really been that excited about the Warfronts.
I mean, that's okay.
From playing from both the Horde side and the Alliance side perspective, and we Alliance get to play it now, I was really like, we're so overgeared. Well, okay, not everybody, but a majority of us tryhards are overgeared at the moment. And the Warfront the event itself goes by so quick. It's 15 to 20 minutes instead of this 30 to 45 minutes that I was expecting from doing it. And because our item level is so much higher than a week ago that the Horde had, the event is boring and lost on me. So this dark.
Oh, I see a crest. What is good
so?
News?
I don't want to interrupt the show, but it's important. I didn't realize. So my daughter got mail earlier, and I didn't pay attention to the mail. She's doing the dance. If you look, just stand right there. So my daughter got accepted into NAU, and we did all the scholarship stuff, and we're waiting for her SATs and all of that. But I told her, look, I want to be able to give you more money for alcohol while you're in college, and in order for me to be able to do that, I need you to get as much scholarship as you can, so the extra money mom saves can go into your, drunk fund, which I don't know if that's good parenting, but I feel like it's pretty great parenting.
I mean, it's good to be supportive about.
She got the highest one. She got a $41,000 scholarship for college for her first year. And the thing about this is, for her first year, she'll get it every year if she keeps her GPA. So her entire college is paid for, minus whatever administration fees mom has to pay for and the whatever stuff we got to do. But she's doing the dance. You can come here and you could do the dance for the show. We're going to stop the show.
That's worth the celebration.
So it's an important moment for me, because I owe a lot of money to the government, so it's really great. I'm going to keep this here. Mommy's got to finish the show. I love you. We'll celebrate after, okay? I love you. That was the yell. It was actually her.
Aww.
That was the yell. She opened the letter. I got the letter earlier, and I thought, well, because I've been doing all the admin paperwork for her college stuff, so I just figured it was another one of those things. But yeah, 41 grand. That's well, guys, she's got a fucking 4.0 GPA, and 95% of her academic history in high school's honor and AP classes.
She's smart.
She's an overachiever. She gets that from me. But so anyway, now that we can move on. I don't know how I got lucky with that one, because the other one was a nightmare. But anyway, yes, 41,000 each year is amazing. Okay. So, all right. With that being said, that is great that I was so stressed out about college money. More BlizzCon drinking money, guys. Yeah, let's cheers. Okay. So, the Warfronts.
Skull.
Darkshore. The outdoor zones of Darkshore will be updated to have max level rares.
More stuff to farm.
More things to do.
If they can add mounts and stuff that can actually get.
More stuff. Now we can go and do the things.
I got a donkey.
So yeah, we're doing. Additional island expeditions, which the Havenswood is something I'm really curious about. There's two, but the one I'm really curious about is the Havenswood. Am I the only one that shares that?
Well, I mean, that image is obviously Havenswood, and I'm fairly certain it's going to be...
Is it obviously Havenswood?
Yeah, Jorndal is more
Vicryl-esque.
Vicryl, yeah.
I thought so too.
Havenswood is going to be a
more Gilnean?
pocket of Gilneans. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, you know, I love Bradensbrook. That was like my favorite little zone in Valstraw because I like...
And yeah, they added that Bradensbrook, so it's not too far-fetched that another Navy ship was on another island.
That's exciting. I'm excited about that. So I like the island expeditions, but they are islands, right? Which is great. Except I would like different visual besides an island.
Yeah, where's Todd Bream? Where's my bananas? Come on.
Yeah. I would like, you know, the islands are great, and I do enjoy the expeditions. They don't, I don't want to do them, but once I start doing them, I find that I'm having a good time. Most of the time. I'm having a good time. But I'm excited to see something that, I want it to be island-esque, but I would like to see less Castaway and more...
You know, I agree with that. More, like, not really civilized, but something that's solidified there, not just...
Yeah, just, you know, some additional structures, right? Not just beach and land and...
Yeah, we're not looking
Aren't
for
you
Wilson.
tired of all those alligators, or crocodiles, whatever?
I'm tired of looking for Wilson, okay?
Basilisks.
That might be the word.
Basilisk?
Gore-tusks. Gore-tusks.
Basilisks?
That's what I said, basilisks.
You said bacilix.
No, I did not. I spent an entire fucking year learning how to say the word basilisk because I couldn't say it for a very long time.
Somebody likes Harry Potter.
But no. You got me confused with the wrong female because I am not the Harry Potter junkie. So that's a minus point for you in our friendship, sir. I like Harry Potter, but it is not my, like... What is mine, Rem? What do I know all the things about? Because it isn't Harry Potter.
Star Wars.
Wow! That's...
No, I'm just kidding. It's Star Trek or Lord of the Rings.
Star Trek and Lord of the Rings. That's... I mean, I love all of those things, but it is not my live and die in breath is not Harry Potter. But I do love Harry Potter and Fantastic
Like, I love all the things, but Lord of the Rings and Star Wars is mine.
It's like my get down, my jam. But I am excited about
but
those.
Wiener.
New raid, Siege of Zoldazar, which, guys, this raid, outside of it just being another, you know, additional content to go through, is the end of this is where we can acquire the Kultirans, yes? Do I understand that correctly?
Based on what they said, yes, Murphy?
Because the Siege is part of the additional story that you need in order to be able to unlock them, right?
Correct. So, yeah, there's not a lot of information on the Allied races still, but after this raid content, that's when...
The reason there isn't a lot of information, because I looked, is because they figured we've already been through the Zoldazar and the Zandalar and the Kulturas like stuff. We've already, you know, we've leveled.
You mean the war campaign or your individual islands?
On your, you know, as you're questing, like if you want to be Kultiran, you've already done those things. You've already gotten your rep. You've lived.
But I don't want to be a Kultiran.
That's great because the Kultirans don't want you to be a part of them. So like,
but I have their tabard, so.
But Ian basically said, like, we've already done these things. There isn't a whole lot additional there because they already love us. Like, Zandalar trolls. Yeah, like, we're already on from both the Horde and Alliance side, like, those respective factions already love us. We've already proved that, you know, we could work together. Like, let me be the new... Can I be the new Admiral? Lord Admiral? Why does Jaina get to be Lord Admiral? Spoiler alert, if nobody knew, that's what's happening. But,
wow.
Yeah,
I
it'll
didn't
be
know
fine.
that. Thanks, Belle.
So, basically, yeah, like, I think that's awesome because it's, you know, they've done the right thing, which is the separate story,
cool about,
the different experiences from both the Horde and Alliance perspective.
that's what I was gonna say. For the difference between they made it explicitly, or they explained it very thoroughly that it was different from Siege of Orgrimmar because in the Siege of Orgrimmar, the Alliance and the Horde went through the same bosses, same scenario. Siege of Zoldazar is going to be different. Like the Horde is starting from like the port, and the Alliance starting from the north, and they're going to have different bosses, different scenarios, different paths, and all that good stuff.
So, and this is...
I would assume it's going to have the same loot table, though.
So the second raid, which is the Crucible of Storms, it's a 2-boss raid. So we're looking for the secrets of Storm Song, which isn't Storm Song's everybody disappeared, right? We don't know where they went. Is that, do I have my story right? Or was Dressbar? It was
is where they disappeared, but they lost contact because they got hexed and all that good stuff.
But Dressbar made the ships, right?
Storm.
No, Dressbar is the group of people that were like the heavy lifters, the grunt people.
The builders, and then Storm Song blessed them, yes?
Yeah.
Right.
They, power of Christ compels you and all that good stuff.
I'm doing that on Saturday, my dude. Do you think my brother would be mad if I did that at the wedding after?
That would be hilarious.
After what is
that thing called with the?
Yeah, if I say after they say, I now pronounce you.
You need to have the thing that I don't know what it's called, but it has a smoke in it, and then
then I'm like, hold on, before you go and take your trip back down the aisle as a couple, let me exorcise the demons that I just brought here in front of God and country.
Christ compels you.
Guys, how do you perform a wedding ceremony in a wedding that you don't agree with, in a wedding you don't want to attend, and in a plane of existence
you begin it with marriage?
You have spent your entire 3 months of this God-forsaken situation, and now you're not only required to attend something you don't particularly want to go to, you're actually...
And there might not even be a bar.
You're officiating this whole hypocrisy that's about to happen. All the fake things that are about to be said here. You are the one you are the piper. You are the Pied Piper. It is your doing of the things. And yes, we found out earlier that there may not even be a bar at the reception, which means Rem's going to have to bring the alcohol because he's mine and my husband's +1.
Tell us, comment below.
Comment below and tell me how you would handle that. And thank God my brother doesn't watch the show because, to be fair, he knows how I feel. He knows this whole sordid situation and the way.
There's no undertone.
Right. I've been pretty, whatever. I'm going to be supportive and I'm going to be the sister and I'm going to do all the things very, very well. And I'm not even going to say the word fuck one time loudly.
At the wedding, not
right.
So this 2 boss raid is coming after Zuldazar. So, there's a creepy eye. The art was a creepy eye. I'm in. Anytime there's a whispering eye involved, you guys know that's my get down. Like, wherever there's an eye, that's where I am.
I was comparing that raid to the idea of Ruby Sanctum, like after ICC and Wrath of the Lich King. But because it's story driven, Mr. Vrem here wants to compare it to TOV, Trial of Valor, and Legion, which sucked. But
I don't know that I was a particular fan.
I don't think anybody was a fan of that place.
I'm not saying everyone was a fan. I'm just saying in terms of in the line of the story, it's more like Trial of Valor, whereas Ruby Sanctum was like oh, by the way, here's a raid. Fuck off.
Right. Like, just go.
That's how it was. Like, we were a year of ICC, and it was like, oh, yeah, we're waiting for the expansion. By the way, these guards are killed. Go in and see what's going on.
Well, and new people that didn't go through that content just know that that's a place that they may or may not get something out of it. They don't know
it only dropped boots. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. Which is great. And that's, I didn't really particularly... I don't think I didn't dislike many of the raids. I liked fighting Helia because, I thought she was hot, which may or may not be weird. But I thought she was... I knew she was hot before all that, Wicked Witch of the Ursula business.
I think that made her even more hot.
I think she had... You could tell
she's got whole boats for her,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do I sign up?
In disguise.
Can I be your lady in waiting? Can I be your... fluffer?
Not be on the Ursula.
Well, exactly. System improvements. And I say this... So, what we have here, now keep in mind, guys, that this is,
Yeah?
It's Wowhead's interpretation of whatever it is, because it's hard to misinterpret what Ian says, because Ian's a liar. So... like, he lies every time, at least one lie comes out of his mouth every single Q&A. nobody's guessed or figured it out yet, or maybe like what I want to do is I want to go back to all the Q&As from the very beginning, and I want to point out and do a video on every single
No
thing.
king rules forever is
Yeah,
one.
I want to do a video on every single thing he lied about. Do you think that would get? I mean, we're not in anybody's good graces now, and nobody gives a shit who we are, so I suppose we're not losing anything there.
No.
If you unlock Champions of the Azeroth, which you would have, you'll unlock it on all characters, and the same goes for. What's the is Honorbound is the opposite? The other side?
No,
Champions of Azeroth is the same.
Is it? I thought Honorbound was the Honorbound to the 7th Legion.
7th Legion.
I got you. Yeah, so you unlock it on all your characters, which is fantastic. Truly, truly fantastic, because I don't want to do that again. I didn't particularly want to do it the first time because I'm not really a fan of rep grinding, but it's needed and I understand why you do it. A lot of reputation locked faction transmogs and reputable, reputation locks, they'll be removed, which Rem was really happy about that. It didn't affect me because I never did a faction
specific skulls. You can use that on I'm assuming Shadowpan as well. Be a thing because it's all like the rewards and transmog, and I'm hoping other stuff as well. So we'll see.
Your earn X amount of exalted reputation achievements are account wide, which is great. They should be. It should have always been. But I understand, some of those systems were really archaic in nature, and it was built to, there's some things I think you should have account wide, and then there's other things I didn't agree with, like this whole honor situation. I didn't. But we're not going to go down that road again.
I mean, I liked it because I got more rewards than
everybody that's casual loved it because it was amazing. You could be casual at all of your fucking PvP tunes, and it was totally cool and rewarded. But
wow, you're not bitter at all. But anyways,
no, I'm not at all. I promise, guys, we're okay. But
because it sounded.
Zandalari trolls and the Kultaran races are like, when they say that they're not ready, it's just because they're fine-tuning stuff. And I was trying to figure out, like, what's taken them so long, right? I'm sure this was intended because they want to space this kind of stuff out, but I also feel like maybe they're trying to get it just right because of all the allied races.
It makes sense for it to be after the Zandalari stuff. So.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the zero information. They don't even have stuff data mined yet, is my point. They have Kultaran models data mined, but we don't know what the fuck those are. We have no idea.
We got no racials, right?
Yeah, like normally we would see these things if they had them.
Because not in the game files yet.
I'm fucking aware of that. That was my point.
I'm just making sure you're aware.
But they data mined the original races that came out first. They data mined those like ASAP Rocky first set that went out. They had already grabbed that and data mined it. So the fact that it wasn't added yet was I think they're making it pretty cool. Because I'm not going to say that Kultarans and Zandalari trolls are like the best of all the races, but I think the story that it tells, because it happens to represent each, each place that we're at for our factions, I think is probably a pretty big deal. So I hope they're taking their time to make that really cool.
Would you say they're pretty cool? Cool?
I hate you.
What is that? I don't understand what that means.
They're pretty cool, Saran.
Oh, get out of here. Also, I need everybody who's going to be a Zandalari troll and a Kultaran whatever. I need you guys to get ready to say things correctly, and please don't butcher stuff.
What you be talking about, Mon?
But I'm excited because...
What you be talking about?
No, you don't need any reputation. You just need to go and do the things, and you get to unlock it when it's available, which is great. And
there's no new reputation, but make sure you're exalted for the current one.
You should be.
Like Murky, because...
You should be.
Try hard.
If you're not, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, guys.
So I knew I wasn't talking about like them not letting us have them. I was talking about the fact that we didn't see proof of life that they existed in any game preview or anything like that. There hasn't been really any proof of life from an official standpoint via Wowhead stealing their encrypted game files and giving them and putting them on display for us players.
Well, we have the
spoiled
Druid forms for Kultarans.
Yeah, because
so
we
were
not given
completely
those.
There. Yeah.
We were given those, so...
Yeah?
Okay.
Don't use logic against us right now.
I'm just saying,
They're farther along than you think.
No, it's not the.
I don't know what I'm
so,
talking about.
Just so we're clear, Bod, the Kultiran stuff that they have pulled, that isn't an official capacity because a month ago they pulled a skinny model file. We don't know. That's speculation.
Oh,
based
that's
off,
just like the Vulperians. That's not anything that's confirmed.
It's
just
tweakers that go through all these WoW files and pull them out and put them in a database.
What's funny is the Kultarians look like tweakers.
I know. They all do. I know.
It's really the transition.
Yes, so they're making assumptions, but until I see what your racials are, until I see if you're going to force me to have a double chin or can I be a thick girl without the double chin? Because we've decided.
Murky found a good model that was in Viralis.
You did? That isn't a double chin, but she's thick? I don't mind her if she's robust.
Oh, she's...
That's weird. But she can be a robust woman. I will make Belle robust, but Belle can't have 4 chins. That's not... We cannot mimic.
You already got a forehead.
Right, so. I'm saying, like, we already got this going on here. If we could, you know, make that a thing. But it's coming new. It's coming to a PTR soon. I think it's... Overall, I'm pretty excited with what's coming. What about you guys?
Yeah, no, I told you, I watched the video a couple hours after it happened with all the updates, and yes, I asked if you were moist because I was surely moist at all these updates. I like.
I don't think you said moist. You said wet.
I said wet.
Wet and moist are 2 different levels of being and 2 different activities, in my opinion.
Okay. He was moister than an oyster.
Right? Yeah, 5 head.
I don't think it's a
6
band-aid.
head, though. It's like 6. Let me measure while you're talking about that. Go ahead. I'm going to measure while you do that.
I was going to say, I don't think it's a band-aid for the things that haven't worked out so far yet in the game, but it's something to look forward to and nice to know that it's on. We knew it was all this stuff was coming and other Warfront stuff like that, but the little snippets give you something to be excited for.
Who said it's a band-aid?
And that's what I feel like this was at the moment because they just had that AMA on Reddit where they were talking about all the stuff that we should have told you people or...
Yeah.
I feel like this was a band-aid attempt over that AMA because all they could do is apologize or say we should have told the community sooner or we should have told the community, period.
I like your train of thought.
Yeah.
It was... I honestly, I didn't know this video was coming out. Somebody mentioned that there was an announcement for it, but I had no idea. I came across the video in a surprise. So right after that AMA, it was like, oh, they're trying to fix how poorly that AMA went.
We've talked about surprises and how they're not always surprises, Murky, and I've tried to give you some good, solid word on things that are life-changing for you to help you be a better human. And we've discussed that sometimes it isn't a surprise.
Sometimes
plan C doesn't work.
Yeah, there should be a conversation about things, guys. You can't just go ham sandwich. You gotta let the people and
so yeah, I perceive that
you're adventuring.
I perceive that video as kind of a band-aid after that AMA. So that's in my mind. That's what I kept calling it.
I mean, it was planned, but
to be fair, I don't know that Ian knows how to AMA. I don't even know what that even means, guys.
Ask me anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't... I feel like that's a lie. I feel like it isn't.
I mean, obviously it's not. They're cherry-picking all the questions, but you can ask him anything. He doesn't have to answer
I asked his ass on Twitter why he fucking lied about Affliction Warlocks, and I didn't get no response. Not a like, not a retweet, not a smiley face, nothing.
I would check if you're
blocked. Should have went to the Reddit. Check if you're blocked.
Well, I am going to go through and find because he's lied in each Q&A, he's lied one time, and I'm going to go find them all, and I'm going to clip them together with a really nice music in the background montage, and I'm going to post that shit all over the place. And
started with no kings rules forever.
I mean, what's he going to do? Disallow me from attending BlizzCon? Okay. Just saying.
Whoa, where are you going to go measure?
The fall season for the AWC, which we're making that a thing. It's the Arena Championships. That started this last weekend. I caught most of it, but there's some that I did miss.
I mean, good news for...
I know, Method's killing it.
You do, yeah. Honestly, low-key, I don't care that he has the whole kid thing is nice and all, but I'm just glad that they won that tournament.
Both Method teams are, I mean,
yeah.
You know, they're...
Well, I mean, because it was skill capped, so... Yeah.
No, they never do. So they never do. They pretend to answer questions, but they always. So it's like my boss. Okay. Now.
Which boss?
The V.
Oh wait, sorry, we can't name. Okay, yeah.
It's like my boss. I go to her with a question, and 45 minutes later, I emerge from said call, Slack messages with not a clear understanding if she answered my question. I had more questions than what I entered the meeting with, and I don't really know what just happened and what the resolution was.
She answers your question with a question.
And then brought up things that have nothing to do with what I'm asking. Like, well, the sun shined yesterday, so that's why X isn't resolving. Oh, okay, cool. That's how I feel about the Q&As most of the time.
Purple, because aliens don't wear hats.
Little things sprinkled occasionally that are good. Like, all I cared about, in truth, is I wanted to know when I was going to get Quilterans. Because I could deal with a fair amount of fuckery from Blizzard when it comes to stuff that they're misdirecting you with because they're not ready or because they don't know or they're using us as testing ground, whatever, if that's the one thing that I
Blizzard
want.
is Hunter?
I feel like it's probably accurate. You're not a hunter, though. You're not a hunter. We'll talk more about PvP next week because I spent entirely too much of this show talking about things. What do we have? We're already into 2 hours. So we're gonna have to get to the rest of the stuff next week, and next week we'll go over that stuff first, because Rem's got stuff up here that looks really fun to talk about. But what we can do is we can do our Can You Not. I'm not doing my Can You Nots first because you guys are little bitches with your Can You Nots, so I'm gonna let you guys do yours first. So that way, maybe you could, use your indoor.
Okay.
Don't use your Mighty Mouse voice. Use your
I'll go
underdog
first,
voice.
Okay, guys,
Oh my God!
Can you please not blame your raid progress on DDoS attempts? Can you please?
Hold on. Wait. What? Okay, let's hear this for real though. I need to hear it.
Can you not?
Oh my God. What if you talk like that? I don't know what's happening right now, guys. I've lost all control.
I have no sense of quiet.
I got some popsicles in the cellar.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Okay, Rem, can you not?
Real talk. Can you not blame your raid progress on DDoS attempts or some other guild or some other hate trying to get at you? That's narcissistic. Belle and I know what that's like. Just.
Wait, is this we cool or was that a dig?
That was a dig at both of us.
Oh, okay,
Vanity.
you're right. You're right.
Either prove that something's going on, don't scream about it on Twitter and say, oh, hey, this is going on, but we're not going to. There's anyways, either prove it or nut up and shut up.
Who said it? Tell me who said it on Twitter because we're not censoring anymore. So who said it?
No, Big Dumb Guild. They're dumb.
No, they didn't blame that.
Yeah, they blamed Limit. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Limit, honestly.
I don't think the way that Limit's being run now, I don't think so.
Exorcist and Limit can fuck right off. But either prove it or nut up and shut up and go past 6 of 8 with all the other guilds.
Apologize.
I agree with you. Sorry.
Are you okay? Are you dying? Oh, she's dying.
I didn't mute because I thought it was going to be a little tiny thing, and then it ended up.
You guys want to do an ASMR stream really quick?
I agree. I do think blaming.
Can you not host an ASMR stream during the podcast? Actually, that sounds nice.
I do agree that I think it is in poor form for you to go on the internet and for you to blame God and country in the hamster wheels turning your fucking internet connection in your house, probably in a basement that you may or may not live in with your distant or close relatives. I do think that it is in poor form. I think there are probably times when DDoSing is a thing, and I think that it has the potential to be a problem because last year, if you remember, one of the healers, right, that paladin healer, he, wanted to get a spot on the team, so he DDoSed the whatever.
Oh yeah, within his own guild, yeah.
But I think that I agree. I don't even have any other words of wisdom. Rem is right. You should really stop.
Either prove it, like if you
Damn,
prove
yeah.
it, then okay, then justified. But nut up and shut up
I
and
agree.
kill the bosses. If you're good enough, then prove it.
I agree. And who needs to... Nobody needs to DDoS you.
You weren't that good to begin with. Don't make up stories.
You're going to be okay.
You
Don't
came
be
out
mad
of the
because you
woodwork.
didn't get the Red Bull sponsorship, okay? Because you're just... Don't be salty about that. You have to have a business sense. Scott has a business sense, and it just is what it is. So all these other guilds that tried to really hard and wanted that, they don't have half the brain that Scott does. And it isn't me just like, I ain't a kiss ass. It really is a respect. That man is next fucking level business sense when it comes to the core of what he's doing. People should just get on his level if that's what
Oh, no, 100%. Like, I'll admit, I don't have the time, the effort, or even the skill to be at that level that they're doing right now, but don't make excuses.
Ark's right. You are not important enough for anybody to waste
Yeah.
a DDoS session on. It just isn't a thing.
I don't even have the mental stress capacity to handle what they were dealing with.
I know it's...
I would have given up.
Fetal
Don't make
position.
excuses.
Fetal position in the Red Bull Arena.
Merc, what about
Face
you?
down, ass up. That's what
Give
you're
me
asking.
your can you not?
Man, so
Oh.
don't be a piece of shit, take the blame when it's your fault. So that being said, hi Mama Murky, I forgot your birthday yesterday. I love you. Happy birthday, Mama. Day late.
So,
You forgot your mother's birthday?
I'm going to paraphrase that, but can you not be a shitty son?
Seriously,
yes,
can you
dude.
not be a shitty son? This woman gave birth to your big-headed self, and she's got a tiny frame, okay? She probably has never recovered from that.
She's shorter than me, so yes.
How could you do such a thing?
To be honest, I was going to call her at 11 o'clock last night, but I fell asleep super early and it didn't happen.
Are you lying? Because you weren't asleep at 11 o'clock last night.
I was gone and dead at 11
You were
o'clock
gaming at
last
11 o'clock last night. Do not make me pull up my fucking chat log of an achievement you got last night, because I will tell on you.
You try.
I
Okay.
will tell on you. There's no secrets here, guys. I
Okay,
have
it was
to
ele-
fact check
it was
time, so
it
I
was
don't know for
11:10.
Was it-
Jesus.
I have to fact check to make sure I'm right about the time, but I feel like...
I'll wait for the fact check.
Yeah, I don't want to bust him out, Murky's mom, because he's probably right. I don't even know. I know he wasn't in
That's
he
why
wasn't-
she's not typing a chat. She's angry today. She's like, that little piece of shit.
Oh, well, it happens, though. Like, I mean, the older we get, the harder it is for I mean, I forget my own birthday. So,
I'm lucky. I remember
do you
mine.
have a song prepared for your Can You Not to sing to Mama Murky as an apology? Were you going to sing her? I heard you were going to sing her happy birthday.
That's what I
Face
heard as
down,
well.
ass up. That's the way I grab my...
Wow. She got booty and a happy birthday.
Well, anyways, happy birthday, Murky's mom. I don't remember your name.
Yes,
so I'm
a
sorry.
happy Pwnecast birthday to Murky's mom, and I'm sorry.
I'm just going to clip the last 5 seconds here and
It's
post
just
that on Facebook.
Yeah, she won't go back and rewatch it if she didn't watch
Happy
it
birthday,
live.
Mama.
She didn't watch it live, you're okay. She won't go back and rewatch it.
No, she was on the YouTubes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, shit.
Does she?
Hello, YouTubes.
I know she comments on the Twitch, so...
We busted. We all kind of busted.
Oh, but then the continuation. I see you people AFK into those mines I talked about last week. Do not fucking do that shit. I am vote kicking all of you.
Wow, you nerd.
You mean
not.
people are AFKing?
I anticipated it, and I said, "Can you please not?" I didn't.
What I gathered from this is Murky is a narc.
I'm an art. I narked on myself for forgetting my mom's birthday. I already feel horrible, guys.
It's okay. I don't actually know the date of my mother's birthday. I know it's
Best
some.
part is, I know my mother's is 2 days before my father's.
But I just
so I
realized
always
that.
got somebody.
I know that it's in December. I don't know when. My older sister, her and I are a day apart.
That's easy.
A day and 2
If you
years,
know
right?
yours.
So she's 2 years older. We're a day and 2 years. But I can never remember if her birthday is before mine or the day after mine. So what I do, every year is I send her a text message on the 22nd. And if she says, hey, it's early, I know, I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget. That way I'm never. But and I know it's the 22nd. I know it is the 22nd, but every year I always, is it the 22nd or is it the 24th? I'm a terrible person.
Wait, so yours is the 21st?
Mine's the 23rd.
Well, because you don't know which is first and which is last.
No, I don't know if hers is before mine or after.
The 19th or the 20th.
No, I didn't know if it was the 21st. I didn't know if it was the 22nd.
Is it the 26th?
Oh my god.
What was that?
I don't know. My mind can't take it. I'm crumbling under pressure and guilt. There's
At least
a lot
it's safe inside my mind.
The vodka is really building.
I have
up
no
the-
control anymore at this point. Guys, are you ready for mine?
No.
Belle, can you not do your? Can you not
Guys,
so angry?
One of my
We're
favorite.
doing ASMR.
Oh my god. I do not belong on anything ASMR related whatsoever. This is not the voice you want to go to bed to. I mean, maybe if you like that kind of thing, but it is not, overall the voice that you want to listen to when you're going to sleep. Listen. So I want to tell you
It's called nightmares.
one of my favorite things to do is I love browsing the forums, and it was something that I missed when I had my little break. I usually do it in the potty. Sometimes I do it when I'm sitting on my back porch. Like, I love browsing the forums, and part of the reason that I love doing that is because I like to see what the community is talking about as a whole. And I'm not talking about your Twitter or your Facebook where all the other fakes live on the internet. I'm talking about, like, your forums where they may or may not be, righteous and realistic in what they're putting on there. But every now and then I'm surprised, and I shouldn't be. But, guys, the common theme for the last month of the forums is people using the forums as their personal shout box to push an agenda or to defend an agenda that nobody talked shit about. Or I'm going to give you examples, but it's very important that everybody listen. And if you are one of those people that is a forum warrior and you are on the forums every day, I need you to not use the fucking forums for your own personal, being a badass on the internet, and you want to be an anonymous keyboard warrior, and you think you're so fucking cool because you have all these badassery things to say on the internet. Guys, nobody gives a fuck what you say and who you are on the internet, and nobody cares what you're saying on the forums. You're not cool. Legitimately, these people who, let me give you some examples, posts about, why isn't there any LGBTQ RXYZ love in the community? What do you mean? Every time I get in trade chat or in guild or on the forums, whenever I say anything, I'm attacked because of my personal preference. Can I just tell you that here's what I'm going to say, and I mean this in the most loving manner, because I love all people, and we know that I paint with all the colors of the wind. How does everybody in the world know what you do or don't do behind closed doors if you don't tell them? So, okay, I don't go running around telling everybody I'm straight. I don't post on the forums as a straight white female who plays World of Warcraft, yet I see post as a...
Oh, I saw that post.
As an LGBTQTRX, whatever. I can never get the letters correct, so it's whatever I remember.
LGBTQ.
Thank you.
As a C-3PO.
As a blah 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 member of the community, why do you have to
R2D2 and
why do you have
C3PO
to
were gay?
preference your question about World Quest with as a blah 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 member of the community?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's partner.
I don't understand. Does anybody else feel why does this need to be a fucking discussion? And why do you need to use the forums as a means to talk about how a faction bias happens and you're sick of Alliance getting all the love, or you're sick of all the Horde getting all the love, or you're sick of being killed by Horde, or you're sick of being killed by Alliance? Guys, play a different fucking game. Why are you on the forums? Seriously, I don't understand. What are you doing on the forums? All you're doing is fueling a fire. You're throwing something out there to cause controversy so that you could be the hurt and injured player because you want people to feel sorry about your story, or because you want to make it about something other than gaming, because we as a society, all we want to do is make it about race, and we want to make it about religion, and we want to make it about all the other things that it should never fucking be in gaming, because God and gaming don't go hand in hand, and they never should. Period. Politics and gaming don't go hand in hand, and they never should. Your sexual preference on where you choose to put it in which hole do not belong in gaming. Period. Because I don't care if you are a catcher or a receiver, if you're a giver or if you're a charger. I don't care. I love you anyway. That has no business in
If you don't have the
my
common
gaming.
decency for a reach around, get out.
I don't care. So please stop using the forums to bring what I left on Facebook, which is why I'm not on Facebook, because I got so sick of all these self-righteous fucking herpes that literally just spread, and it spreads around to all the people that are mindless and don't think for themselves, and they think because they read it on a forum that makes it right. Stop bringing personal politics and those kinds of things into gaming, because it doesn't belong here. But I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to go look at the forums, and I want you to look in the past month and see all the garbage, literally hot fucking garbage that is on the forums. Blizzard should never allow that. The second some bullshit like that happens, they should be taking it off the internet. Yes.
They shouldn't even be justifying it. It should just be deleted trash.
It is a part of that, because that Me Too thing, right? Guys, I'm a woman.
Just like all things, there's good and bad.
I'm a woman. I want to burn my bra too. Not because I want to be all women's rights. Fuck, I would like them to take the rights away that I have so I don't have to be an adult, right? Like, you can have all those rights back, men. I don't want any of those rights if it means, like, I have to have responsibility. You could take it. Let me be home in gaming all day with no opinions. I don't need them.
So a perfect example of the
You're right.
mindless thing you're talking about is when people say women's suffrage, they're, oh, that's a bad thing, right? Because they don't know anything like suffrage, they're suffering. Yeah.
It's also, we all know those women on Twitter, or those girls on Facebook, or maybe those girls in your Discord, where they say, God, I can't even join a raid, and dudes hear my voice, and then all of a sudden there's just wieners being thrown at me everywhere. Guys, let me be honest, and I don't know any other way to say this other than to let me just be real. I've seen people who have posted this, and I know what you look like, and I gotta be really honest. I don't think anybody's throwing dicks at you. I think, if anything, they may or may not be throwing brown paper bags at you. But that's not the point. The point is...
Jesus Christ.
No, I have a point. Never have I ever had a ton of messages when I hopped into, back in even the Days event, when I did the Avenger stuff, right? Never have I ever had a ton of people just flooding me with promises of potential dick pics and marry me's, and never, guys, never.
You want to be one of my 72 virgins?
Never have I ever been treated differently because I am a female player. I have never ever had another player in game tell me I couldn't do something because I was a woman. I've had people on the internet tell me that 100%. Never in game, like I see all these women on the internet complain about, and they use it as a means to get white knights.
Attention.
White knights. I need all the white knights. Let me tell you something. I don't need a fucking white knight. You know what I really need? I need a fucking lawyer. Because if somebody does a thing to me on the internet that upsets me, I don't need a white knight or somebody to defend my honor. I need a lawyer and fucking bail money because his house is on fire. That's really what I need. So, women, you're responsible for this Me Too stuff.
Money.
Yes, it is great that we are speaking publicly about all these things that are important to the world and this movement of empowering women. Guys, burn your bras. I'm in. Stop doing it at the cost of what we're doing to this gaming community that spills over, and it's no longer about gaming and who has the better DPS. It's about a man can't say anything or he's going to offend a woman. And I don't think that's fair. I think that's unfair to men in general, because it isn't... Look, I've offended many men. While women might get dicks thrown at them, like I could be, I've probably been an HR nightmare for any kind of harassment, sexual or otherwise. So I just need us to be about games, and I need you to keep the forums about the games. If we could, that would be great. And also #MeToo.
#MeToo.
And I'm done. we might not have any female listeners, but the females that listen and watch, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And they're going to comment and they're going to say, you are right. Like Maria's probably going to be like, dude, you are so right. Because it is the truth. So stop victimizing yourself on the internet and the forums and saying like how you're being benched because you're a girl. What is this, 1902? Like,
what is this, Mad Men?
Yes, you can't. You are so right. You can't even be like, I can't describe a friend as my black friend. Because I'm
Why not?
racist.
Because you lose them at night?
Right. Like, because that makes me racist. But how else am I supposed to identify a person? Why can't I ask where you're from? Moreover,
have you seen that one video? Sorry, where he's like,
yes, the cop, he's calling. Yes.
Shade of white, darken it a few good shades.
Right. And moreover, if I want to go on Twitter and I want to say I'm proud of being white, I don't want to be called a racist because I'm proud of my heritage. I'm not even white, guys. I'm Italian. So my mom will tell you, like, you guys seen my mom. I don't know how I'm so white, if I'm being honest. I shouldn't be.
She's not Italian. She's black.
No, like, my mom is, like, literally, like, she is really dark. I don't know how I'm so white. But
computers.
Even in our gaming, like, I don't want to, I think there's a difference between even just jokes amongst friends and, insults. But I don't have time for all this offending and being offended and all these liars, all these female liars. I see what you look like without your camera angle, bitch. Ain't nobody throwing dicks at you. Like, I want to just be...
Wow.
I just want to be honest. You both know I'm right. You both have seen some of these women who are like, I can't even do anything in game without being sexually harassed. I wish I could get sexually harassed, for fuck's sake. The older you get, the less you get harassed, ladies.
So,
enjoy
what's
it.
Funny is
I came from a guild where the woman was literally asking for it, and then we're turning around and spin
sexually
the story.
harass me? Give me a good time in my fucking old nature.
I don't know the wording for it, but like the image you put off is the responses you receive. Like, for instance, Belle isn't like all not only flirtatious, but like some people like jump into Discord and then like just the way they talk is like,
I have a dirty mind, but it isn't like a broho dirty mind. Like, I'm very rarely appropriate, right? I'm
like,
even inappropriate at work. Yeah. I'm like very inappropriate at work too. But it isn't a broho
well, dirty
mentality.
jokes is one thing, but putting yourself into that position.
Exactly. Yeah. I have a dirty mind, but I'm not trying to see your penis.
Like, you're looking for that attention instead of like
that's
right.
Being in it. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Yeah, she shall not be named.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, yes! It's like you know me. I agree. If it wasn't for the gutter, I wouldn't have many places to roam that would be fun, because all the best things are in the gutter. Murky knows.
Wherever I may roam, my head is home.
And luckily, I have a husband who knows that is just who I am and doesn't get offended at those things. And he does it more than I do, to be perfectly honest, with dudes, really.
Yeah, him and I are lovers.
And it doesn't offend, but I think, guys, we are in a time where you fucking can't even say the sky is blue without getting into an argument with somebody who knows more people with their fake scenarios.
Well, so you see, Belle, the reason why it's blue is because when the light comes off.
So, guys, for the end of this show, I need you guys to just be better humans. And if you're a female who's listening to this and you're offended, go ahead and send me a letter. And if you're really super offended, send me a text message. I'll send you my address. You can come over. We'll have some tea. I'll put on a kettle. We'll get down with some barbecue. And I will teach you how to be not the victim, because it's really time that the women stop playing the victim. There are victims, guys, and I'm not saying there aren't, and that is no joke. Victims shouldn't be silenced. However, I don't think they should be so loud that we forget that it isn't all victim all the time.
I can't even get a gray mask.
Thank you for saying that out loud, because I'm going to assume your gender is a female here right now. You can get away with saying that, but as soon as I open my mouth and make a comment about saying anything like that,
it makes you a dick.
Females,
I agree.
Yeah, you get shit on 110%.
I agree. It makes you a heartless asshole is what it makes you. And
So
you get attacked by 50 other women who were like, I can't believe he said that. Well, guess
Yeah,
what?
if Murky said it would be sexist.
I got boobs.
Yeah,
I got a
so-
vagina. And my vagina is still very well intact for having children, if I do say so myself. But, like, yeah, we're going to be okay, ladies.
So it's fine.
I want to just make sure I say that this isn't a, for anybody who is legitimately a victim of a something, you know, a serious, this is not about that. This isn't about you telling people you were roofied when you weren't. I'm not going to call you out on Twitter, but you a motherfucking liar. But it isn't about that. It's about just keeping our game about what it should be about, and that's the game. And leaving...
Don't make it more than the game.
Yeah, check your vagina at the door. If you need attention, there's this website called FetLife. And I've been there, guys, to the dark parts of the internet. And I've seen the dark parts of the internet. And
there's darker. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You can't unsee those things. But if you're curious or you're feeling like you're not getting attention, go to FetLife. You will get lots of it. Also, look up Rusty Trombone because she needs friends. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding, by the way. Well, I'm not about Rusty Trombone because that really is. But
You're making this weird.
Am I making it weird?
Just a little bit.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't even on Bertha if I wanted to because she wouldn't like that. Okay. Rem, real quick, Week in WoW before we wrap it up.
I played WoW. That's you, though.
You did?
So...
Focus?
Focus?
What was your focus this week?
Well, my focus was getting ready for the cha-cha. And then I got an item on my priest. And then I got another item on the priest. And both of them were pretty good. And then I got a trinket that wasn't so good, but the item level was good, so I had to use it. And then I did the hunter for a little bit. And I got an item on her, and it was pretty good. So I used that. And then I chose on what class I was going to do next, because you're going to level the monk. And so...
I hate you.
I chose... Okay, so real talk. I focused on getting mythic pluses.
How red are you right now? Why are you red? Oh, wait, that's racist, Belle.
Can't ask me that.
So, Monday, Murky, David, and we did
Oh my God! Do you see your mom? She's going on Grindr. She said, can I get a screen grab? Hold on, I gotta screen grab that because that's gonna go in like a replay.
It's because of what Ewok said. Because he said Murky was on Grindr.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so good. So I'm saving this. Sorry that I go Murky's mom Grindr. Boom. Okay, listening, focused here.
Don't Google it, Mom.
Don't do it.
No, don't do it, Mom. Don't.
Don't. It's a trap.
So we did a Mythic Plus. We don't really push keys like to the 10s and the 6s and all that, but we did a +5 just for the funsies, and you know, it was good on that. The Hunter, I took to LFR, the World Quest. I'm going to take it through Warfronts tonight before I pass out. See how to get on that. But basically the week was getting ready for raid the next week. And choosing that monk because you chose your monk, and I need a guy to hold all the ore and the skins. So why not choose something that has high mobility, right?
So is this about you being a hunter in raid? Because it's not happening.
Well, this is me choosing what I was going to level with you.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you weren't like side
you weren't
agenda
listening.
pushing and then telling people you were offended that I assumed your gender and wouldn't let you play hunter.
But no, I mean, you are assuming my gender because my hunter happens to be female, so you don't let it in the raid because you can't have that clash of.
That's right. I
vaginas,
can't have women in my
so.
raid. There are no women on the internet. Women do not exist on the internet is a lie.
Yep, that's true, guys. Don't listen to the propaganda, okay? But yeah.
I just had an idea.
What a fun week. Oh, tell
Murky,
me
what
more.
did you
We're gonna
do?
talk
You're
offline, but
fine.
I did have
Wow.
an idea. I have an idea how to fight this movement, and I'm not gonna make any friends, and I might actually lose some things, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later.
That might be good. Murky,
Yeah, I
did
can't
you get
wait.
items that were good as well?
I got items that were good, and they actually were not good, but because of the hot fixes and changes, so we trashed those. But then I did a heroic raid, and I got some good items, but they didn't work well because I didn't have a main hand, so those weren't good.
Oh, is this a stranger?
What?
Isn't that where you sit on your hand and then use the other? Isn't that where you sit on your hand and then you use the other one? Right? Guys, I know guy things. I'm telling you, I should have had a wiener. I should have been born with a wiener.
Shit.
I should have been born with a wiener. Those are the things mothers need to know because I have boys who are going to be teenagers, and I feel like it's my job to give them the correct information. Because there's too many other people giving my boys the wrong information, right? I don't
you
want
got the reverse concrete grip. Like there's so many different.
Yeah, I want them to be well educated so that they don't have to Google. Mom wants to provide you with all the information, even if it's awkward.
No, real talk. It was just doing some mythics, doing some raiding, and I got like exalted on all my races today, except for not today, but I got exalted with everybody except the Tortolan. So that shit I ain't got to worry about ever again.
Oh, you're exalted with tortillas, huh?
No, everybody but the tortilla.
Oh.
Tortilla chips.
Round of applause.
Round of
I
applause
know.
for this fucking try
Try
hard.
hard. Try hard award. I get the little.
Well,
crown
to be
and
fair, you
everything.
did every single thing that was available every day for them. So, like, you,
I don't know about. I mean, not like crazy,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah, I didn't-
was efficient.
Yeah.
Is all. With his time.
I am almost there. Not exalted, but revered with...
Yeah, we should. All of us casually should be pretty close by now.
Even just pissing in the wind, you're gonna, you're gonna get it in there at some point.
Don't do it, guys.
The wind's gonna be on your side and it's gonna go in the bucket. So.
But now I
It's
feel
like
less
Nathan,
guilty playing my horde side characters now that reputation's done. Not that there was anything they gave me anyway, but more ease of mind just being done with it. So
Mhm.
You're right. You're
now
right.
more focus on my horde side and do some things. Get back to the roots of what I used to play.
I didn't really. I mean, we raided.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that.
You were pretty busy this week. You were kind of MIA on us.
I don't really have a comment about the raid at this moment, but we're working on it.
A little bit of growing pains.
It is growing pains. It's tough rebuilding, right? And it's needed, and I'm happy about the process, but it is tough nonetheless. And we've done it before, and we will continue to do it long before people come and go. But it's good because it's righteous and it's honest and it feels good to progress and it feels good to down a boss. And we're many could consider our team not we're not all tryhards in that sense, but I think the willingness to do it together and to move forward I think is good. And it's been it's not my
3
favorite.
weeks.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I enjoy being with my guild and I enjoy doing that. So yeah, I've been a little bit MIA because work, and then by the time I get done with work I'm just mentally and then DitchCon is in full swing.
Yes.
I had a very long conversation. Our girl at Hilton is no longer our girl. She got a promotion. So they got me with somebody else and she was super thorough and I got some discounts on stuff. And
But can you flirt with her too?
Yeah.
I don't think so. She was that lady last year that I unnerved a little bit because I was irritated at the floor because the floor wasn't done the way they did it uneven and it visually looked stupid. So I made
I'll
them
dress nice. Copy. Gotcha.
I made them fix it. And I was like, how did you think this was going to be acceptable visually? Like, there's a big fucking hole in the center here.
Okay, Belle, we have Tio, we have David, Murky. Who do we have to throw in the field?
She's like him tall. She's like him a little darker.
Probably Tio.
Probably.
What?
He wasn't paying attention. That was funny.
Yeah.
Too.
Does she like him chunky? She's like him a little darker, a little taller.
I like him funky.
I mean, I'm not really biased in that regard. I paint with all the colors of the wind, guys.
No, but our contact at the Hilton,
she's like she looks like her name is Karen. She's gonna ask for the manager.
This is your role, Rem.
Yeah, this is your get down because you specialize in those type of women. So I'm not.
I mean, I work in customer service, so hello.
I'm just saying that's your get down with those women. I think you should be. We're gonna deploy you, Operation Dumbo Drop.
Aw.
Aw.
My ears ain't going that big.
Hello, my name is Karen, your manager.
Hello.
Oh my god, is that Malu?
No.
You cuck. Get out of here.
I love him.
He left us.
I know. He did, but here's the thing, and this is what we said. What did we say a couple episodes ago? It is good that people do the things that make them happy. And
no, not at the
it's like
expense of my happiness.
relationships, guys. If you're not happy, move on. You know, don't keep putting scotch tape over your bullshit. Don't get married when you know you fucking shouldn't because everything is wrong in your relationship and force your fucking sister to have to get ordained and put on a fucking robe and buy a fucking minister stole. Don't force me to have to do these things because you can't admit that in a year from now we're going to be going through a divorce. Marriage doesn't solve your problems.
That's optimistic thinking about a year. Wow.
Marriage doesn't solve the inherent problems in your relationship, guys. Just let it go. Elsa that shit. Well, how are you guys doing since you're here because we're ending the show now and we're actually going to let it do its outro thing. And I want to thank everybody. If you follow me on Snapchat, you will see all the pictures. If you follow Rem on Snapchat, you will see
see nothing at the moment.
You'll see his version of pictures on Saturday's wedding because I'm sure he'll be snapping awkward ones.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'll make awkward ones.
Follow him. Yay! 3-8 of heroic. I expected better of you. Tell Cash I'm
honestly,
disappointed.
yeah, I expected better of that.
So if you want to get
if you needed this healer, let me just get
if you need a sub, I mean if you need our Snapchat, all you have to do is give us what should we charge for our Snapchat?
Third tier.
Third tier, yeah, sub third tier, and we will give you exclusive access to our free and open Snapchat that's already out there on the internet, and I'll even include various stages of bedhead and poop selfies for you at no additional cost, guys. We will throw that in. You already have a sub. Her name is Alice.
Oh my!
Is that what you call the strangers?
FetLife thing.
Is it?
Oh.
Is it a FetLife thing?
Well, it's submissive.
Oh my.
Oh.
Malou, you'll be happy I have a FetLife now. It's Rusty Trombone. Make sure you look me up. Cause I'm on there. We're hip, guys. We're doing what all the kids are doing these days, and it's all about the FetLife. Yeah, so add Rem on Snapchat. What is your Snapchat, Rem?
Remedy Zen.
Remedy Zen. Murky, what is your Snapchat?
That's got my slave name, and I'm not going to give that out. Travis.Horde.
I was about to say, what is that, Travis?
It's literally Travis.Horde.
Travis.Horde at Snapchat, and Samantha is it. Only because once I was so far into Snapchat, I couldn't change my username, so we're just...
You try to change it, and I'm like, nah.
It was like, nope. So, yeah, follow the Snapchats. Guys, I don't do Facebook anymore, and I don't do Facebook because it's going to make me go to jail.
Wow.
So, yeah, go to... Yeah, Merc, can you give everybody our Snapchats for anybody who's interested? Snapchat is pretty much where I'm at. I do a fair amount of lerping on Twitter, but... the hypocrisy on Twitter with all the fake fame.
I'm more active on Twitter than I'm on Snapchat.
The fake fame, I'm trying to like put myself back in a box where I don't have to see it all the time, but here we are.
I'm gonna make a new Snapchat. That name looks amazing.
Celestalon did confirm today the costume contest at DitchCon judging. He did confirm today.
Nice.
I messaged him and was like, yo, don't forget. So be excited about that. Chad's probably gonna be dressed fabulous. I don't know what he's wearing, but
I know his hair will be fabulous.
Yeah, his hair will be amazing.
Guys, we are going to get the hell on out of here.
He's so hot right now.
It was a long show, but I feel like it was a good show. And I have some exciting things to talk about next episode about future connecting with you guys and future things that I want to do.
No, it's Kick.
For us to have fun. I don't have a WhatsApp because WhatsApp creeps me out and I'm afraid of pedos, if I'm being honest.
No, we use Kick. Get it right.
All the FetLife people use Kick, though, mostly.
I'm actually on Black People Meet.
Christian Mingles, guys! FarmersOnly.com.
The commercial honestly is funny though, because
For the farmers
the
only?
dog talks. it's
Wait,
a
what?
dog could do it.
Farmers only.
No way.
Yeah.
Next
farmers
week
only.
for
That's
our real
witchcraft.
life, for our gaming and real life, you know, thing, our next week's advice is Murky is working on compiling a list of dating sites for you guys too.
Yeah, the dog goes farmersonly.com.
Oh
Oh my gosh, I need to watch this.
Guys, back in my day, it was Friend Finder. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it's called. Change it to like meet.
Wasn't like Hot or Not or something?
Hot or Not was my favorite. If you were narcissistic in any way and you had any vanity, right? Because guys, what's my favorite sin? Vanity is the favorite of all of my sins. I put myself on there on the internet and was very upset when someone would say not. I got to be honest. When I got the thumbs, you know, the no, when I was in the no section, I was very upset.
But were you on the up or the downside?
I was on the upside, but there, you know, because you get the count, right? You get the total count. That hurt my feelings. I had, you know, it's probably this. Did we measure this? What would you say that is?
So you guys want to know a confession?
What?
During high school when I was younger, I was actually on IMVU.
What's that?
That's
Exactly.
That's the show.
Yeah, is that the thing with the fake avatar people?
I think it is. Yeah.
Where like the commercials, one of them looked like Jason Priestley in a leather
I don't
jacket.
know about the commercials, but yeah, there's like the avatars in the rooms and all that. Yeah.
Isn't it like Second Life or something? I don't know.
Kind of. I mean, in a way, yeah.
Listen now.
Guys, we're gonna end this show.
Yeah, let's
Thank
end
you
it.
for
Please.
being here. I got exciting things coming for subs. So if you are subbing and you're still subbing, the longer you have subbed with us, the better it gets. So, and guys, you don't have to pay me for friendship. I'll give you my Snapchat for free. Okay, for free.
I mean, I'll take tacos.
You can have my Snapchat for free, but you got to pay for the premium one.
Right, you got to pay.
Ooh.
No, but you give the butt stuff away for free.
The butt stuff isn't the good stuff, though.
Oh my lord!
You're embarrassed because your mom's watching, but she knows. They're good moms. There's no secrets. She knows all your dirty. That's totally okay. Okay, guys. So
yeah, do we have that project? Is the project going to be ready for next week?
I'm hoping so. Now that my mental bandwidth is clarity here, and I'm working on things, but I am hoping for my project to be. I'm hoping to have the first advertisement done for you guys next week. Okay, guys. If you
Well, there's that project, and then there's the other project.
The Weird Science Project in the basement already got the doll. Rem, we're good.
Ooh.
We're good. Anatomically correct and all of that business. Anyway, without making it weird. We, yeah, follow us on all the things if you are interested or don't. Send me hate mail if you were very upset by what I said about the honesty that I gave. If you are somebody who is upset by the honesty, you know, feel free to let me know, but I reserve the right to not care. And yeah, guys, thank you for having this great discussion. Comment on the show if you're watching this on YouTube. Good and bad. We love all opinions. I just don't like the wrong opinions. So I'm joking. I just want to be clear. I'm joking. But yeah, let's, what?
That was not a joke.
That was not a joke. Just don't be insulting. Don't come to my channel and insult me.
There's a line, and you know when you cross it.
I can insult anybody I want on the internet because I'm not going to their channel and insulting them. So I can say whatever I want here in my own home.
True.
This is our house, guys. We all live together. This is a group.
Group therapy.
Some could call it a compound.
I was gonna say brothel.
Like the Whispering Eye.
Ooh, tell me
Did you just name
more.
drop?
I did name drop. Guys, next week, more information on that and much, much more. Thank you for hanging out with us for fucking almost 3 hours today. We love you all. And
Wow, yeah, 2.5 hours.
I saved the rest of the alcohol for after the show. Yay me for being a productive adult, right?
And now we're gonna end it with an ASMR stream.
Oh no!
Hey, can I confess? Oh my God, under his eye. Blessed be the fruit.
Oh my. What is
Not many people have that. Not many people. I want you to know, if you're still listening, that in ARC, I named my nanny, the S Plus nanny, I named her Aunt Lydia. So those of you who get that, you would appreciate it. Aunt Lydia is my nanny's
thinking
name.
happy thoughts.
I love this right now.
Thinking of the happy thoughts.
Guys, what does this mean?
I don't know, but if you tip like $5, it goes on for another 20 minutes.
What is ASMR? What is that? I know what it is, but I don't understand why it's a thing.
We have
You're in a peaceful place.
This is not a peaceful place.
That was the weirdest. Never mind.
I'm performing a wedding on Saturday that I don't want to go to.
That is the weirdest place.
There's nothing peaceful about this whole week. You're in charge of vodka. Oh, no, not vodka, because I don't really like Tito's is cool, but my get down is I need.
I don't even know what I could actually sneak in. I don't have the sneaking in, do I?
Can you sneak in pocket
No,
tacos?
we don't gotta sneak it in. Like, what are they gonna do? Arrest me? Okay.
I mean, they might if it's a public venue.
I suppose I
taco's
should
too
probably
loud.
stop streaming now. Yeah.
Nah, keep it going.
Yeah, if you want to know where the body is.
Smuggle tacos, like.
Guys,
Yes. Ladies.
Did we forget how this works?
yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
none of my keybinds, remember, because the keybind to start it wasn't working. But hold on, I'm gonna try my stream
Guys,
deck
we're
again.
gonna keep on doing the ASMR.
Why did you sound like Weird Gay Owl? Or
He's
Big Gay
doing
Owl? I
ASMR
said Weird Gay.
stuff.
So what you wanna do?
I was stopping you, big silly goose.
Why do you sound like that?
You need to go into LFR. And you need to get your loots. And then you need to join me in Mythics.
Oh, fuck.
Seriously.
Calm down. It's getting hot in here.
I know my left butt cheek's a little sweaty. Guys, we're going for real. I love you all.
Oh, we're still on.
Yeah, we're still on, guys. Hold on. We're going to be okay.